with the pen, I'm learning life. My thirst is divine, words inspire in perfect time. Nurtured right, them man there be learning life, rehearsing life. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. Big up everybody that's locked in. We are back. I don't think I've streamed this early in fucking ages. Probably since Tuchel got sacked. But hey, when the news drops, we got a report on it. And we already knew this deal was done weeks ago, but we have the stamp of approval from Fabrizio Romano. It's done. It's official. Christopher Nkunku is a Chelsea player. Obviously, there's still a lot more work that needs to be done as well, but we'll get into all of that in today's video. That and a lot of transfer news. I thought there was fuck all to talk about. The more I started researching, the more news topics there are. We got stuff on Jorginho. Bear with me, guys. My throat's still a fucking mess. Yuri Tielemans, Declan Rice. We got links on Vlahovic, Nkunku, Ziyech. One club's dropped their interest, another club has revitalized their interest, which is thankful at the very least, because we need to try and find a way to get rid of him if he wants to leave. Obviously, we got the Nkunku news as well. I'm sure there'll be plenty of other topics that hop in. And yeah, big up everybody that's in here. We got over 100 of you guys in here already. Some madness. We are finally getting back to pre-World Cup numbers. Love to see it. But everyone that's in here, hit the like button. Let me know what you guys are saying in the comment section. If you guys want to guarantee your comment gets read out, or if you just want to help the channel out, hit the super chat. And yeah, big up everybody. Big up everybody that's in here. What are you guys saying? Nkunku's benching Mount. I'm so excited. We're making serious moves now. I'm not sure if it's Mount that he benches, but he is 100% starting, and he will improve us. Don't jump to conclusions like we've done with a lot of Bundesliga forwards. He is going to need time to adapt. We need to strengthen the midfield behind him before we even think about what he's going to bring to us. But it's a step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction, and that's all I want to see from Chelsea. I'm not going to get overly gassed until I see midfielders come in, but in terms of Nkunku coming, it's the right move. It's a good move for us. Definitely think it strengthens us. But then you remember we were playing the Conference League. Hey, you never know. We could finish lower. And if it's 7th or 8th, I am picking 8th. I don't give a shit. Bear with you guys. I might be a little bit slow, but I literally woke up like 45 minutes ago and I saw the news. So if I'm a bit slow, I'm ill, I'm waking up, allow me. But big up. Massive respect for him for still choosing to sign for us, considering how shit we are. I feel like this was already in place. Was it before Tuchel got sacked? I feel like they've been having talks for a while. They've been having talks for a long time. And Champions League football isn't the be-all and end-all in terms of negotiations. It's about your club's stature. It's about the roles that the player's going to be taking. It's about a bunch of different factors, if we're going to be honest about it. So yeah, big up to him for it. But like, this is what I'm saying as well. Like, if we drop out, when we drop out the Champions League, don't let it make you guys think that we're not going to get anybody good, because that's just not the case. It's not the case. We're going to make a bunch of signings that will probably be gassed about and will still drop out the top 4. So it is what it is. That doesn't mean we aren't going to get anybody good. Big up Matthew Prince. Whatever, my guy. Henrik Jensen says, I'm so happy Nkunku is a quality player. Hopefully he doesn't flop like the donkey at Inter Milan or Timo Werner. I hope not as well, but I think he's a lot more technically sound than Werner already is. And like, it would take a lot for him to be a worse finisher. It would take a lot. So I've got optimism, but cautious optimism. And I think that's the way a lot of us should be. Don't act like this is the second coming of Eden Hazard or anything, because that's just putting unrealistic expectations on the player. Let the player just showcase whatever he's got when he's at Chelsea, and he will have setbacks. Initially, he will do. That adjustment from the Bundesliga to the Premier League is rough for a lot of players. The only ones I've seen adjust very quickly were Aubameyang and Haaland. That's it. Other than that, no one else. Big up Mitchy boy, my guy, saying no one's benching Mason Mount. We will see, my friend. We will see. Now let's get Liao or the guy from Napoli with a weird name. Then our attack. Kvaratskhelia, that ain't happening, bro. That is not happening. Napoli will not let go of that guy. I think he's on like a 4-year deal or something. He's locked up. You won't even see him potentially be leaving until there's a year left, or unless someone puts some stupid offer for him. Liao, there's still potential. But I want to see us go for midfielders now. Because I've seen a few people look at this transfer and think, why are we still focusing on attackers when there's midfielders? And I don't think this is the right transfer to have that energy for, because this was in the works for the last month or two, maybe longer. But when you look at the fact that most of our strongest links are going towards the likes of Liao, they're going to the likes of Nkunku, Vlahovic, Felix, then I can start to understand it a bit more, because like, I get the problems of our attack. I'm the first person who guns them down all the time. But our midfield is what needs strengthening first. We need to sort that out. And I do still think we can, but I also need to see us do it. There's options out there. There's Edson Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez, what's his name? Benacer. Plenty of other options, just not off the top of my head as well. Obviously, Tielemans, I put him in the thumbnail. There's links with him too, potentially on a free at the end of the summer. There's options. There are options, and we need to pursue those options too. So yeah, I want to see us focus on midfield options now. But if the opportunity does come in for a Liao or something, then that's fine as well. But I need to see us at least push into trying to get some midfielders in as well. Big up Fraser. What are you saying? Is the Chelsea looking for a new sponsor? Yep, free expires in 2023, and Whalefin's leaving, so we're gonna have a completely, two completely new faces on our kit next season. And free, yeah, thanks for the memories and all that, but we didn't forget that you ditched us when we got sanctioned, so it is what it is. But yeah, Whalefin, they just came and went like the Abraham Simpson meme. It is what it is. What else does everyone say? Bournemouth's a week on Tuesday. Oh, it's a Tuesday night. Ish. Big up yourself, Steve, though. Big up. Got over 150 of you guys in here. Big up everybody. Like and subscribe. Jada, don't do that, bruv, because Flawless is my guy. I don't give a shit, man. I know I need to change the intro and everything because it has been ages, but I'm doing that in the new year because I can't be bothered for it right now. It is what it is. But guys, no one start dissing Flawless's tune because I'm gonna start doing timeouts for that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Tar, bro, I'm still sick. I am still sick, bro. I also went out last night and that wasn't the right move. It was a great night, but for my throat, it wasn't the right move, bruv. It wasn't the right move. Yes, sir. Finally, a good attacking player in so many years. Big up, my G. Big up yourself. Lewis, talk about Nkunku. I thought Nkunku was going to be re-signing, but Plettigol has said Chelsea and other top clubs are ready to make the next step as soon as he would decide to leave Dortmund as a free agent in the summer. The player won't accept the current offer as revealed. United scouts him and are monitoring him as well, but Chelsea are hotter. I feel like this is another one where you can read between the lines of this. I think he's more willing to stay at Dortmund, but they're not agreeing on terms. So you have to play it based on that. If that doesn't work out and we go in for him, that's great. But then again, I'm also thinking, okay, so now we got Nkunku, we have Broja, we have Fofana. Who's going to be the young prospect that we're going to put the most of our attention to? I don't know. That's looking a bit more confusing for me because, like, how many young strikers are we going to bring in? How many? Are we just going to bring about 10 of them and just pick out whichever one works? I mean, that might work. I won't be against it, but I'm just not sure with what our method is with that one. But yeah, play that one by ear. Play that one by ear because I think there's still a lot more to that story that's still yet to come. Lewis with a surprise unscheduled stream. Did Fat Frank get sanked again? Wow, you don't skip a beat, bro. You don't skip a beat. But big up yourself, bro. You going to a women's game on Thursday? Maybe. I haven't even thought about it, but if I know anyone that's going, I might. Yo, watching from India. Big up yourself, my guy. Big up, bro. Let us know where you're watching as well. It'd be very interesting. I always like hearing this because I don't deep the reach that this channel has. We got people watching from all over the world. So big up all you, man. Oh, right. Aight, shit then. That ain't me. Big up Neil. Yes, bro. Why is Tielemans in the thumbnail? Who are you, Arsenal fans? I saw from Ben Jacobs on Pies' podcast, they said a dark horse to keep an eye on is Yuri Tielemans to Chelsea. With Arsenal still potentially keen on a free transfer next summer, Leicester could accept a low fee in January. Chelsea have made no advances yet. One to watch. That's the only reason why he's up there. Could potentially go on a free in the summer. Might potentially see a fee in January, but I don't know what you guys' stance would be. I remember we spoke about this on Shameless a lot, and you were saying that if you want Tielemans, you just have to pay the base fee and you have to pay the majority up front. Is it going to be the same energy with 6 months left? Let me know in the comment section, bro. Let me know. But big up yourself anyway, my friend. Fuck, you know. JB, I hear it, but it is what it is. Like, when Chelsea are playing like shit, everyone's going to get it. I don't think Potter's the number one problem, but if we're losing and you're going to go at the manager for some of the things he's done, I understand it. Does this mean Kai Havertz will be sold in the summer? I mean, we're looking for a lot of Havertz-type players. So, I'd wonder why. We're looking for Felix. We're looking at, we've brought in Nkunku. Why would that be? I've been saying, like, if Bayern Munich come in, you never know. But it depends on who does. Oh, fuck. Excuse me. Yeah, it depends on who does. Oh, fuck, I'm literally dying on air. Can't be asked. Big up Josh, big up Sean. Yeah, on Nkunku. We might as well go into that. There it is. Oh, I didn't even know why I was searching for it because we already know what it is. Christopher Nkunku deal is signed and sealed. All documents and contracts are also signed. It's 100% closed. The French striker can be considered Chelsea's new player starting from July 2023. It's all signed and sealed with RB Leipzig and the player side. The package deal to sign Christopher Nkunku is around 67 to 68 million euros. And yeah, that's just it. What a way to start the weekend. Now, again, I don't want to burst everyone's bubble, but until we reinforce the midfield, it's not going to change too much, but it will slightly improve us. Again, I kept saying as well, keep your expectations low on the player because we've seen what happens when we overhype players too much, but he will improve us. He can play as a 9 or on the wings, but he prefers to operate on the half spaces or as a cam or a second striker. He is creative and he is also very good at set pieces, especially from corners, which is something that we lack. It's a good signing for us. It's a good signing, but we need to sort out the midfield before we get overly gassed about anything. So I'm not trying to throw water on the fire or anything, but I'm just saying, let's relax. When Lukaku came in, when Havertz, Werner, Sterling, when everyone came in, we were just gassing them all up. The biggest issue, midfield, and also creativity. But Nkunku does bring us some creativity. He's got a very good final ball in him. So that is the one thing that excites me a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because Chelsea have and our history of transfers over the last few years has just caused me not to get too gassed over transfers and everything like that. But yeah, and Nkunku's good, but again, we need more. We need a lot more. But let me know what you guys are saying. There is an alarming lack of names being thrown around as concrete targets in midfield, though. I say just wait till January and see what Chelsea do. Because we've been told we were going to go for a midfielder in January, so I want to see us go for a midfielder in January. We can go for Alvarez, we can go for Benacer as a minimum in January. Benacer I want immediately. Edson Alvarez, I'd like him in here as well. Enzo Fernandez, yes, please, if that's possible. And yeah, I'm sure there's a couple other names I just can't remember off the top of my head. What about Son, Firmino, Mane? Son needed a season. Mane went to Southampton and did well, to be fair, but depends on the season. If he went in 14-15, I think yeah, you had a good season then too. Maybe Mane goes into that. Firmino, no, he doesn't. He didn't have a good first season. If you don't want to judge Nkunku by his Bundesliga numbers, look at his UCL numbers. Very good. Also, the phrase Bundesliga tax is just an excuse for lazy scouting and our player development. I think Bundesliga tax as a base. I only use that to say they need time to adapt, because clearly going from that league to the Premier League, there's a big shift in the style of football, and the player needs time to adapt as a result. But I understand what you're saying too. Are you feeling better yet? Yeah, no, nah, but we move. I'm sure Werner would look better in Liverpool. Havertz would look better in City. And to be fair, I'd probably look good in that City side. It's fucking easy there. Werner would look better in Liverpool. Probably just look like Nunes, to be honest. So yeah, fair enough. I could hear that. Rabiot, that's an interesting one. I haven't seen us linked with him in a minute. Diego Moreira, no, I haven't, but I'll do my research on that. Lewis, did you like this edition of the World Cup? Yeah, absolutely killed my content, but I enjoyed the mental break. Really enjoyed the mental break. Lewis, thanks for going out and spreading your germs all over London. Man, I can't be asked. I probably did do that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Are you collecting all the Fofanas like Pokemon cards? Yeah, we'll go for that one that's playing for France next. I'm feeling a KDB and Salah repeat here. What, with who? Because who would we be letting go for that? I'm confused. And I swear if you're going to say Havertz, I swear. Oh, Vivel's also penned his deal. Let's go. Let's go. Things are starting to take place. Oh, shit. Here we go. Right. Ireland, Morocco, India, Australia. Big up all you, man. Denmark. Big up the Denmark, Chelsea. New Zealand, Cameroon, Libya. Absolutely crazy. New York. Fucking mad. Wait, Ben Jacobs is a Leicester fan. I didn't even know that. That is crazy. Although, it's not like most journalists are Chelsea fans anyway, so it is what it is. Stay away from Tielemans, please. He stinks. I think there's obviously questions about his work rate and his defensive ability. In terms of his creative output, playing the ball out of pressure, I do think there's something there. If he was free, if he was on the cheap, I don't know. I think I could understand it. But let me know what you guys are saying. Leicester's taking a piss. They're broke. Are they broke? Well, there goes that. They ain't broke. Oh, even Galib's saying no. All right, cool. You know what? Maybe not then. I send you all the midfielders who's better than Tielemans. Please stay away from him. Fucking hell. All right, cool. Do you have the flu, bro? Yep. And I feel like I'm coming off it, but if this is, well, it's still way better than how I was on Tuesday, so I shouldn't complain too much. How can you say Kai Havertz and Pep wants to? I'm not involved in that. I am not involved. Anything else in the comments? Oh, the Athletic said they didn't. Oh, that's a shame. Are you guys sure? Are you sure you guys don't want him? Let me know, because I'd rather you did. Don't you think we need a backup for Reece James at right wing back? Yeah, and I've seen a few names get linked. Malo Gusto, Frimpong, Walker Peters, Dumfries, Pavard. There's enough names there that I do think we're seriously looking at bringing in someone for that role. So I'm not that worried about it, but again, I need to see it happen in January before I say anything. Oh shit, Henry's in here. Big up yourself, Henry, my guy. I know he's your guy, Lewis, but the midfield clear out has to include Jorginho. We need better ball movement and greater mobility in the midfield three. Bro, I agree. Like, our starting 11 next season should not have Jorginho in it. I'm fine with that. My whole stance with Jorginho is that I've only wanted him to be a bench option. Like, let's say Chelsea are 2-0 up or 2-1 and we want to kill the game off. Bring Jorginho, slow down possession. He can just do his little sideways passing and everything, retain possession, and it slows down the game and wastes valuable minutes. That's the only role I'd see for Jorginho in a rebuild. Other than that, let him go. Let him go. And I'm fine with that. I don't get this idea that people think I don't want Jorginho to go at any cost. We need to move on from Jorginho and Kante. Simple as. I'd have the same energy for N'Golo if he wasn't asking for stupid terms. But it is what it is. Saw a few people talking about Amrabat. I hope we go for him as well. I think because he's at Fiorentina, that could be a move that you could see in January. Because they could try and cash in for maximum profit. And that would help them out a lot too. So that one I could see. I could see that. Isn't Chelsea going for Vardy next? There's a lot of clubs going in for him. A lot. I think Madrid and City are now the top two clubs in negotiation. So I'm not too sure whether he comes to us now. And it is what it is if he doesn't. Because we had our chance in January. And I also think I'd rather not spend 90 million on a centre-back right now when we have so many other areas to strengthen. It would be nice to have Vardy on the team. It really would. But it would be nicer to have a cohesive midfield. It would be much nicer to have that. I think it's clear Chelsea are looking for forwards who can control the ball in tight spaces. Was a stat that Fofana had really high close dribbles. Yeah, and seeing as we deal with low blocks so much, that makes a lot of sense. So it looks like we're being a lot smarter with our signings. So can be a bit more confident about Nkunku as a result of that. Definitely can. We got over 200 of you guys in here though, and we've only got 59 likes. What is this, my guys? Please hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Oh shit, we got more. Slovenia, Scotland, Walsall. Man said these nuts. Alright, fair enough, bruv. Ibrahim, get well soon, bruv. Chile, mad. Jamaica, Nigeria, Trinidad, Ireland, Brazil, Nigeria, Jamaica. Fucking hell. Northwest, big up. Trinidad. Oh, that's just Nabry. Alright, cool. Big up and Namibia. Big up everybody across the world. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Are you worried about Havertz with Nkunku signing? I'm worried about Havertz when I see him in the starting lineup, bruv. I'm not worried about him with this signing. All this means is that we're probably replacing him with a better player. Yes, W for Chelsea. Is what it is, man. Well, hey, maybe you'll get more out of him. You never know. Maybe if you threaten his position, he might actually turn up with something. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yes, the Athletic. That's a shame. That's a shame. Are you got? Yeah, I'll be there. We'll be chanting champions of not champions of Europe. What is it? Where's your European Cup from the bottom of my lungs while we're 5-0 down in the 30th minute? I can't wait, bruv. I can't wait. How much longer are you giving Havertz? I'm waiting for Havertz to show me something. Like, show me some good form, some good consistency, and I'll back it. Simple as. I've said the same thing all season. He just hasn't shown me shit. All he has to do is just perform consistently. And then I'll praise him. Same way I praise everybody else. You play poorly, I'll criticize. You play well, I'll praise you. You play like shit for years, then I'm just not going to say anything until you show me something. Oh shit, yeah, we're hurting rankings progress. Maybe that's not the right move. Lewis, you said you wanted to give J5 150k a week some weeks ago. Yeah, because I don't mind keeping him for a year or two. I don't mind that. If we let him go, though, I'm not going to be on stream crying and saying, why have we done this? This is one of the worst decisions this club's made in recent history or anything like that. No. Like, if we keep him and he's a good sub option for us, gives us experience in the dressing room as well, I think that's good for us. If we choose to let him go and focus more on a total rebuild, that's fine as well. I am cool. I'm cool with it. Lewis, tell these men you can't play possession football. Yeah, I feel like that should be a basic knowledge to people. That should be. I think people get frustrated when it's too much sideways passing, but I don't know if that's a case of lack of creativity from the midfield, the attack, or both. But I understand it if it's too much, but you can't just not have sideways passing either. I agree. What else is it? Oh shit, super chat. Big up yourself. Say Viva Morocco. Hopefully you guys win today. Oh, we got some more countries. Nigeria, Europe, Jamaica, Barbados, Ireland again. Big up. China, Dominican Republic, and South Africa. And New York. Love that. South Korea as well. Mad. Right, what else is here? Ziyech. Let's go into Ziyech, seeing as I saw Super Chat Morocco. AC Milan do not have Chelsea's Ziyech on their shortlist, says Fabrizio Romano, which was surprising because most reports have said AC Milan have been interested for years. I thought a loan with 50 million sounded very AC Milan, to be honest, but if they don't have him on their shortlist, it is what it is. Ajax, though. Ajax are still interested in Ziyech because his heart is still in the Johan Cruyff Arena, and they would welcome a return. Oh, you lot could have got him in the summer if you weren't being stingy bastards, but hopefully you're a bit smarter now. Ajax haven't had the best of seasons. They're not struggling in the league, but they're not top. And I've heard a lot of issues with their manager, the style of play and all of that, and maybe someone like Hakim Ziyech could be a breath of fresh air to them. If they want him, go and get him, but don't come with no stupid offers. We already know you got that 70 million for Anthony. All we need is about 20, 30, and I think that would be enough. Just no stupidness. Are you going to watch Morocco v Croatia Bronze Cup? I might do. Depends on how my throat's feeling. If not, I'm just going to switch it to Flawless's channel and we'll just go live there. But yeah, we'll make up as we go along. What else is everyone saying? How is second half of the season loading? I hope so. But I hope it's a full second half of the season, not a purple patch. You backing Mason bench 19? I mean, I need to see him play like a 200 to 300k a week player. Until I see that, I ain't saying nothing. But just show me the player that you think you are. Show me the player that should be on those wages. As soon as you do that, fair enough. I ain't saying a word. What do I think about Hutchinson? I would start him against Bournemouth personally. Our attack is so poor, I'd give him a run out because I kept saying I ain't been moved by an attacker's performance like I was moved by his performance against Villa. And it's a bit annoying the Brentford games behind closed doors because I would have loved to see him get a run out in that game too. But yeah, I would start him against Bournemouth, but I don't think it's that realistic. So at least just put him in the bench. Put him on the bench at least. And maybe he gets a little 15-20 minute run out. Oh shit, we got more countries. Big up Ryan as well. Australia, Ireland again. Big up the Irish Chelsea. We got a lot of Irish fans in here. Ohio, Uganda. What else is everyone saying? I want so bad Felix to go to Arsenal for a price tag at 80 million because he's for sure going to look average. I just want to laugh. Do you think he'd look bad in that system? Hey, Galib, if you're about as well, and I send the link out, let me know because I'll throw it over to you. How many assists does Havertz have in the Premier League for Chelsea since you bought him? I think it's like 2 or 3. Like we saw the big chances created video, and like he's only made 4 big chances for us in the Premier League, and 3 of them were unintentional, and the 4th one was a basic 5-yard pass. But hey, what a 10 for us! But yeah, he's probably got. That's it. Is he got 1 Premier League assist? No. It's got to be more than that. No, two. My bad. He's got 2. Yeah, Man United and Mount v Watford. I declared, big up yourself, man. If you're about, I'll throw you the link as well. Nkunku ruining his career joining Chelsea. I'm not surprised a lot of people are saying that, but hey, trust in Graham Potter, my guys. Trust in Graham Potter. He knows exactly what we need, guys. Fofana at the back and in attack. Hopefully we don't win the Conference League because I don't want to be in that shit. But we move. Don't do the watch along. Game means nothing. Rest your throat. I mean, it more depends on who's there. If there's enough people in, I don't need to talk that much. If there isn't, yeah, I'm not doing it. But we'll see. Oh crap! More countries: Kenya, Nigeria, Pakistan. This is mad. Pakistan again. Oh, Jay, not here though. I will tell everyone about that until he proves people wrong. Prove people wrong and live up to your price tag, please. I fucking beg. Anything else? He might have had more if Werner could finish. Bet he robbed Havertz of dozens. I haven't seen a comp of that. I've seen comps of Mount ruined assists. I've seen comps of Jorginho ruined assists. Why have I not seen any of Kai? Maybe you just don't make anything. Nah, man, believe in Graham Potter, bruv. There is still time to jump on the Potter train, people. There is still time. The train hasn't left the gates. We're not leaving just yet. We're not doing this whole hive is closed and all this bollocks. There is time to hop on the train. There's a lot of time. So hop in. We got zubis. We got cookies. We got drinks. We got everything you need. Graham Potter's got everything you need, man. Oh, he's got 6 assists. Oh, he's got 6 assists and only 4 big chances created. How the fuck does that make sense? Yeah, I'm confused, bruv. Would you start Reece James and Fofana first game back? All depends on how fit they are. If they're fit enough, do it. They've had enough time to rest. If they haven't, then I'd rather rest them. Last thing we need is another James injury. Last thing we need. Read the comment about Sky Germany. What comment was that? What comment was that? Man said trust Graham Potter, you know, our attack has never been... It's got nothing to do with Potter, bruv. Our attack was just as shit under Tuchel. Let me go back up. Can I find it? Sky Germany report new Chelsea director will make sure his new club bring in a few more players from the Bundesliga. I smell his name. His name. I can't pronounce that shit. But yeah, I remember you showing me the stats on that. He would be an unbelievable 10 for our system as well. But we'll have to see if those rumors actually materialize. What else? What else? I'm fine with giving time as long as he sticks to the system and shows us he has a plan. I do want to see that. I do want to see that. And please, I'm not going to be blind to any bad decisions that he makes too. I just think Potter ain't going anywhere either. And you need to actually at least see what he can do when he brings in players. And after like a year or so, once we go into next season, if it's the same old shit, I'd probably be with you guys. Until then, no. I've said a lot that I have a lot less faith in the players than I do in the manager. I think whatever manager you bring in, they're not getting the best out of this crop of players. There needs to be a much bigger rebuild. Potter's going to be the one that's behind that rebuild. Let's see what happens with it before we make the judgment call. If we look like we're going fucking nowhere after a year or so, fine. It is what it is. Until then, I'm not saying none. Potter played... Yeah, that front three was ridiculous. That front three was so shit. I don't know what he was thinking with that. I get you might have wanted to bench certain options, but two of the same players in Gallagher and Mount doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I would have at least taken Mount off and maybe put Pulisic in. I think that would have worked well for us. How are Liverpool above us? Because we're shit. Simple as that. We're shit. What? Oh, let me go a bit further up. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, Chelsea have tried 9 players with Havertz. All have not worked out. Smell the problem. Yo, facts. Sorry, I didn't read that. My bad. Giroud, Tammy, Werner, Oba, Pulisic, Ziyech, Odoi, Lukaku, Sterling. Havertz has to be sold or Nkunku would flop. Well, this is why I don't build the team around him personally. Nkunku is meant to be very similar to Havertz anyway, so you can't really play the two of them together. It's got to be one or the other. So to me, Havertz, there you go, and Nkunku goes in. Simple as. But big up yourself, my guy. Sorry I didn't read that. Did you see? I haven't seen enough of him too much to say anything. Not yet. Once I do a bit more research, I might talk about him. Also, if we have actual links to him as well. I speak on this. Oh, shameless. Chelsea now is not the Chelsea I used to know. I never used to hear statements from Chelsea like, give him time and trust the process. Hey, yo, I agree with that as well, but Roman's not here anymore. That's the whole reason behind that. And Roman was all the reason why we never really had a cohesive side. Look at the team that we have now. It's got a bunch of teams from a bunch of different systems. We have to give one manager time so we can have a squad that fits a certain philosophy instead of a squad full of players that fit different philosophies. That's why we're saying give him time. And anyway, I'm surprised you're saying this. You were the first Graham Potter stan. I don't forget you and your Graziano Potterino prop. You would have taken him at Liverpool over Klopp right now. Right now. So I can't hear it. Havertz played with many, but so has Mount, so the point is... I mean, a little bit of both, I guess. Was there any other transfer news? Chelsea are waiting on Declan Rice as a key priority. It could be between 70 to 85 million. And sources believe that Chelsea think the price is closer to market value. 70 to 85 million, still fine by me. 85, I think it's a bit pricey, but I can understand it. I wouldn't really make too much of an issue of that. And I think Declan Rice still comes in and improves the side. But let me know what you guys are saying. I'm going to throw the link out in a little sec. The worst of the season is yet to start. Yep. It's going to get worse before it gets better, people. Just strap up. Leao and Nkunku, Hutchinson front three of a productive midfield. Oof. You see the vision with Hutchinson as well. I like that. I said, let's go Rice. Let's go. I'm on the train now. As well. What did Giroud actually do for Chelsea? Giroud was probably our best striker since Diego Costa. In fact, it's not even a probably, he was. Always was a bench option at the start of seasons and then basically became a starter by the end of it. He was our top goal scorer in the Europa League winning run, in the Champions League winning run. Numerous clutch goals, saving us at various occasions, and also got the best out of the players around him. Christian Pulisic's best form had Giroud next to him. Eden Hazard's best form had Giroud next to him. Willian's best form had Giroud next to him. The guy just gets the best out of everybody around him. So, yeah, Giroud is always going to be loved here. There's a reason why he's up here, man. So, yeah, Giroud did a lot for us in the limited time that he spent here. I remember us signing him and thinking, why the fuck didn't we just cut Arsenal out and just go for Aubameyang ourselves? But, hey, it worked out well for us. It worked out very well for us. Have you enjoyed? My favorite was 2014. 2014, the vibes, the football, the historic moments. It was just different. That was my favorite World Cup. Favorite World Cup by a mile. You on the right, bro? I said my biggest problem was the price tag. As soon as that price tag goes down, I'm fine. Because he's not a bum. He's a good player. It's just, if you want to try talk to me about spending over 100 million for him, nope, I'm not listening. I refuse to listen to it. If you want to talk about 70 million, okay, I can listen to you now. Like, I'll take my earplugs out. But yeah, for that sort of price tag, I'll take a ticket. I will take a ticket. Hey, Steve's here. Yes, brother. What are you telling me, bro? See you at the Bournemouth game where we have plenty to discuss. I will see you there, my friend. I will see you there. Hope you're all good. And also, if I don't say it before, if I don't see you before then, Merry Christmas, my guy. Merry Christmas. Giroud will be a legend, I think, basically everywhere. Except maybe Arsenal. No, they can hold that. Giroud was dog shit for us. Cost us the league in 2016. Went 17 games without a goal. Wasn't it more Ozil, though? Because I swear Ozil disappeared second after season 2. Didn't Giroud make more assists than him as well? Yeah, maybe he wasn't the most clinical for you guys, but hey, you guys can hold that. Maybe it was just a mentality problem because Giroud said it, Czech said it. They've all said, I think Willian even said it, that there's a difference in the mentality from the Chelsea dressing room to the Arsenal one at that time. So maybe that's your club, bro. Maybe that's your club. Right. I think my throat is genuinely about to go, so I'm going to send a link out. Bear with me for a little sec while I do it. That's the wrong account. While I do this, as always, hit the like button and everything. Subscribe. And yeah, Let's see what the panel is saying. Let's see what the panel's saying. Oh, great. Now my laptop wants to be slow too. CBA. Fucking can't be asked. Oh, jeez. Ibs wants a link. Nice. Bear with me for a sec, guys. This thing's just moving fucking slow as per usual. I'll send it to Josh as well, see if he's about. Cool. I think that is everyone. I think that is everybody. Oh shit, Alex is in it. Yes, bro. What are you saying?
Nah, man. Didn't sleep well with that fucking shoulder. Fucking pissed off.
Your shoulder's still fucked.
Yeah, it doesn't heal overnight. It takes fucking 3 months.
3 months? Shit, bro. Shit. Sorry to hear that, my guy.
Yeah.
Hope you have a better sleep tonight, I guess.
Yeah, I need some sleeping pills or something.
Sleeping pills, maybe a Zubi or two. Anything can help. Anything can help. How are you feeling, though, about, let's say, the Nkunku news, but we already knew that was done, but any of the other topics as well?
I don't even know what's the news.
Oh, Nkunku he's basically just been given another here we go. So if it wasn't done already, it's done now. But yeah. It just got 2 here we goes in a month, but whatever.
And what about Kasady?
Kasady?
No, you said Nkunku and who else?
No, Nkunku and like there's like a bunch of other topics as well. But
okay.
Yeah, and Nkunku's basic. Go for it.
Congratulations, Nkunku. Welcome to Chelsea. Until I see a shirt, I'm gonna treat it like William at Tottenham. Until I see a shirt and a club statement. But, I mean, whatever it is, like I'm not saying he's not coming, but I'm not saying he like 100%. Like,
I think it actually is 100% now.
Okay, never mind. Well, congratulations, but that's not the problem. For me, it was never a forward problem. Even with Lukaku, I just found Lukaku was bomb as a player, but even then, I knew there wasn't a problem with what's the name, with a forward line. Do you know how interesting it is actually? People like tell me how good.
Big up,
comment is actually funny. Yeah.
Even our fans are injury prone. Sorry, Alex. Yeah, I've got a sore ass throat. His shoulder's fucked. We're all a mess. Big up, bro.
What I'm saying is like, what's so good about Croatian team?
What
It's general.
the national squad.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Croatia.
midfield.
That's what I'm saying. Like they have bumps as a forwards, but those bumps got carried by midfield and defense. Their defense is not 100% good, but you can see what Brozovic can do, what the defensive midfield. What's his name? One of them is a good defender. What's his name? The ones that we linked with. And the other one is a bum. What's the name of him? Lawrence, the ex-Liverpool player? Is a defender? What's his name?
Linked with?
No. I'm saying Guardiola will link with, but the other player on the right side is Lovren, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So what I'm saying, we'll have as defense and completely worse offense, but somehow midfield can carry those two teams, those two like poorest sections of the team, all the way to semi-final of the World Cup. You see what I'm saying? How big and important midfield can be. Brozovic, Modric, and Kova carried bombs like Lovren all the way to the midfield or semi-final of the World Cup. So imagine if you actually have a good midfield with good forward line. You see what I'm saying? How good it could be. So when we keep constantly replacing the forward line and it doesn't work. You see what I'm saying? Like since 2019, we spent so much money just on the forward line. We didn't improve nothing. We just spent only on forward line.
That's why I just see this as a step in the right direction, but that's
what's the number one problem with Chelsea since the 2019? The goal scoring problem, but we can constantly replace in the forward line. Even if James was fit, it's still defense that scores. When we were Tuchel, it was the defense outscoring the forward lines. I mean, it's just mad how like this is why I'm not that. I don't know how it takes them. How you say it? Hold on a second. That porous guy named Wintersofa threw me off with his comment. The midfield carrying to the extra time and penalties. The forward line is just
ass. Shit.
I thought.
Lewis, man, what are you wearing? Looking like a king. Is that a robe?
That's a hoodie, bro. But thank you.
Oh, it's a bit big, buddy.
Yeah, man.
But it looks good, yeah.
Robe.
Let's have it right.
Hey, you think he's Hugh Hefner, man? Is a Playboy guy.
I thought it was a robe. It was just so big on you.
Fucking hell. But I do agree with what you said, because I've seen a few people talk about it too. Like, yes, it's great that we're bringing in an attacker, but we're not seeing enough midfield movement. And I do see that.
So
yeah,
for
we
me,
definitely get him
for me, I don't get excited about Nkunku.
Yeah.
I don't get excited about it because look,
mate, Mount's still there, mate. I'm not excited. I don't care, mate. We've got to change that creativity.
There's small things that I like from the looks of it. Like he's more technical. He is a bit more creative. He's good in terms of set pieces, and especially from corners, we fucking struggle with that, and that will help us. But in terms of the overall thing, until our midfield improves, I agree with you. It's not really going to change too much.
In midfield, can he play in midfield as behind in a 10 role? So
the thing is, we need attackers still. We need attackers, but we need midfielders too. The thing is, we need to start exiting some of these attackers. I'm sorry, but like, obviously we all know
Winter Surfer, just come over here and tell me what you mean.
Get over him, man. We ain't seen you in a minute.
I don't know. Like maybe
you
just
for us now.
Yeah.
The problem with midfield is we need to think about how we want to play, because midfield is a general thing. For example, look at Liverpool and Man City. They both play 4-3-3, but they have different characteristics of midfielders. But we don't even know what are we trying to achieve. So it's difficult for us to even say what midfielders that we want to sign. Some people say we need a DM. Some people think we need a creative midfielder. That's all because we don't know what identity we're going for. Are we gonna play with workman-like midfielders, like Liverpool, for example? Or are we gonna play with more technical, possession-based midfielders? We don't know. So it's difficult. That's what, when you sign a player like Nkunku, I'm just thinking, what midfielders can supplement him? In my head, I want to play him as a 10 behind a striker in a 4-2-3-1. So he's in a 10. So you need two very solid DMs in my head to give him the freedom. So I'll have a Declan Rice and I don't know, and another.
So then who's the overtake then in the attack? So for me, he takes over that Mount role then.
He takes Mount's role. Yes. I wouldn't play him. I wouldn't play him with a thing. I think he's very. When I watch him for Leipzig, he's very creative in the center of the pitch and in the half space. So the space between the defense and the opposition midfield. So you put him in the hole, he will do a good job. But to supplement him, to give him the freedom to do that, you need two very solid sitting midfielders like a Declan Rice or like a.
What about Fofana, the French guy? He's been doing well this World Cup.
You want the ball to get to him as quick as possible, basically.
You said Fofana?
No.
The mid. No, I said Fofana, the mid from France.
Shit, I'm sorry.
You want a Fofana in every position.
You still Fofana.
I get one. Yeah, Yusuf Fofana. Yeah.
He's strong against Morocco.
Fofana in the back, Fofana in the mid, Fofana.
Yeah, so that's the question.
Chelsea's gonna win the Championship League, whatever.
That's Conference League level.
So I don't know why.
Amrabat. Yeah, that's the new name after the recent performance he's had in Morocco. But I don't think he's good enough for Chelsea. I don't think there's a DM. We lost Tielemans. There's no other DM that I think really fits our system. Yeah, we can say Declan Rice, but the guy's gonna cost 150 mil. Honestly, I don't want Declan Rice. I don't want Declan Rice.
He's been earmarked for half that now. 70.
I thought they'll call brown envelopes. So the same guys who reported was, and they're 70. They're going to the people with brown envelopes. I don't know who to trust these days. But we get him. I don't really care. But he's not an ideal midfielder for me, man.
Casemiro
guys had horrible leadership.
Casemiro was, I don't know how we let him go to United.
So. All right, Winter Surfer, what do you want to say to me?
It was just the fact that I think that this whole issue of we'll get a midfielder. Like you said, it wasn't really a forwards problem. You didn't really have a problem forwards. The midfield, no. This whole squad we have major problems. Not one problem is going to solve this with our forwards that we have. Having a good midfielder is not going to solve our issues with the forwards because we've seen it. We've created so many chances for the forwards; they miss easy chances. So. We have several problems in this forward, everything, every area of this pitch. In this
okay, if let me ask you then. So you saying I'm wrong? The midfield is not a problem, right?
No. What I'm saying is the midfield should not.
You just wants to add that the problem is all over the pitch.
All over the pitch. I'm saying.
I agree with you.
I'm saying to you, and I'm not saying you have, but as part of our fan base, I've got this tunnel vision that if we fix the midfield, everything else will be suddenly everything else will be fine. It will make a huge difference, but we need to improve in every area of the pitch.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Midfield especially because we haven't bought anyone since 2019, which is a disgrace for a big club not to buy a midfielder. Even if you have a good midfield, you still buy midfielders to make sure so it keeps on trending. Look at Real Madrid. What I'm saying is that Nkunku is a good signing, but the problem is you can put Nkunku in there, but if we don't fix everything else, it'll just be a wasted signing again. It'll be wasted.
Big up New York.
Yeah. It'll be a wasted signing. We need your Nkunku. Great first piece. Fine. Now show me something else. Bring me the 2 or 3 midfielders over the next 2 windows or something to replace or to improve what we have, and then the defense, and then the goalkeeper. It's a great start, but it's only a tiny piece for me. Nkunku, it's a tiny piece,
and that's the problem with what you said. In general, if it was somebody else, I will know that. I know what you, in your heart of hearts, trying to say. Like you try to be all over. Like, yes, it's not a single problem, but I think in heart of hearts of mine, we have a strikers that can do better with the proper midfield right now than we have a striker force with that adding striker force with that meal. Doesn't make sense for me. I think we could do better if we if the better midfield is built now. We could do better what we have with the strikers that we have than, for example, keep adding the strikers without not fixing the midfield problem.
Okay, I would concede that. Yeah, I would concede this. If we have a better midfield, I think we create more chances. However, my fear with this front line is that they will miss more of those chances. Do you know what I mean? We'll concede. We'll have more chances, but seeing these guys miss simple chances, not even like the hardest ones, but just the simple chances.
Yeah.
Are you talking about this season at all?
I'm talking just overall the last like 3 or 4 years. Just
yeah, I understand it, but like Timo Werner is gone, and he was the most obvious.
I'm talking about Aubameyang. I'm talking about all the forwards that we have right now. All the forwards that we have right now. Yeah, they miss simple chances. They don't strike the ball hard enough. You know, something like that. But I think if we improve just the midfield, we'd have more chances. But I fear we would just miss more. You know what I mean? It'd be like Mourinho 13-14. Do you know when we didn't have a proper striker? Where we created loads of chances because we had a much better midfielder than we have right now, but we just missed more chances. So that's my fear.
I'm just not excited about keep
Well,
replacing the forward line.
I would say be excited about the signing. However, then look at the bigger picture of what you're putting that player into as we are currently built. I have no idea what this team's going to look like at the end of January, let alone the end of summer. Because I keep hearing, we're going to be so busy in January. You know, we're going to it's like, okay, so how are we going to look like in January, let alone the end of the summer? Because also, we don't know where we're finishing this league. So the summer's going to look, I don't know where we're going to finish in the summer because I don't know where we're finishing. Are we finishing top 4, Europa League, or out of Europe?
I see the pattern. I just see the pattern for the past 3-4 years, which is constantly replacing the same donkeys up front and not even looking at the midfield. Because tell me the names that Chelsea was linked in the midfield.
I just know one. It's just they keep bringing up Alvarez, don't they? They just keep bringing up
Alvarez. Yeah, freaking guy is a bum.
Benacer.
Yeah. Who else?
No. That's not what I'm asking about. That's not what I'm saying. A guy. I'm talking about like Nkunku, like link. You see how we link Nkunku?
Not since 2017-18.
Like the actual links.
There's no concrete.
There's no concrete links. Yeah. Like we already had for Nkunku too. Here we goes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But not the same energy for midfielders.
Exactly. So for me to get plus Nkunku is freaking injured. We're not going to see him until summertime.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know the Fofana twin brother. When is he coming in January or is just?
But he's going to go on loan. He's going to go on loan.
I think
you see what I'm saying.
Yeah. My only problem with midfield, we keep saying midfield, but there's different type of midfields. What do we need? Like people say we need it. Do you think if we get a DM in this team, like Andrew was saying earlier, we'll create more chances?
I just wanted to come on and say that, Lewis. I've got to go and do a few things. So.
No worries, brother.
Other streams, you whore.
No. I'm actually going out to do things. You shut up, man. I've seen your different streams. You shut up, man.
I'm on the light duty. See,
Did you cook that Man City fan the other night? Did you cook and finally getting a prediction right of one of his stupid shirts that he put on? Good Lord, man. That guy, how many shirts has he got? And he finally got one right. Hex. All right, guys. Subscribe.
Take care, Andrew.
Subscribe. Thank you.
Big up, my guy. Big up. Love. But I agree with it as well. But I think we need. It all depends on January. If we don't bring in a midfielder in January, then fair enough. I completely understand.
What profile of midfielder?
I don't expect that.
That's what I'm
What?
asking.
Well,
What
it
broke?
depends. But who knows? What is
We
Potter's
need
fucking
a sitting
profile?
DM. We need a box to box as well. Like it's not just
have-
Yeah,
one
it's not
profile
just
gonna
it's
fix
not
things.
just one midfield
But what does
midfielder.
Potter want though? That's the question, man.
Yeah,
We have no clue. I don't know. McAllister, is that even his type of ideal kind of guy? I know nothing about this guy Potter. I know nothing about his tactics. He's a mystery man, even on the pitch. So
I don't know.
I'm
I've with Matt on here. I don't know what kind of system he likes to play. Based on what I figure out, he just likes the young players that can not chat to him about. You know what I'm saying? Like if you over 25 or 26, I don't think they listen to him. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Like Arteta. Basically like Arteta.
Like Arteta. Those are problems with the young managers. That's what Lampard faced when he was at the Chelsea. They want to establish something, but
too many. Yeah, we need established players. I mean, I think Tuchel had that idea. Go
I
and get
saw
Aubameyang, get
Josh
his
saying
players.
Rabiot, baby. What's Rabiot?
Oh no, mate, we're not getting Rabiot.
Right, he's talking about Rabiot to Chelsea potentially, but I haven't heard any big links on that.
Potter's not
he's
young,
done that.
He's 47.
Pause. What?
Potter's not young. He's 47. He's an old guy.
That's still young. That's a young manager though. That's still quite young.
Tell you what, for anyone in the comments, I'll put the link in the chat. I never really do it, but if anyone else
We missed out on our biggest player. Tuchel was our man. He was our man. I'm telling you, we missed big time on him. I don't think there's anyone else with the really.
But that's the old regime, so we can't really hold too much energy.
Yeah, of course. But I'm saying this new one again. Said big boy Daniels, mate. I don't want no Rice near my club, mate. He will ruin it, mate. But if he comes, he comes. What can I do? But I want to say far from it.
I actually think we're gonna sign Lavia, but I don't know if it's
You're an
gonna be
NPC,
January.
man. Stop it, man. You're not a real person. You're an NPC. There's no way you can look at
That's
the
what,
midfielders
that's
out
what the
there
13-year-old
and
kids say. NPC.
tell me that
Say
you
some
don't.
13-year-old kid
Let me
shit.
finish
NPC.
talking.
Who the
Well, you're
fuck says
13
that?
though, so you would understand it.
No, that's what I
At
see
the
on
end
the
of the day,
TikTok.
you can't look at the midfielders out there and tell me, I don't want Rice. He's not that. Shut up. Like he's
No,
the best.
don't want Rice because there's people like you. You just dick riding. We can't be honest with players like him. So I don't think if he's a
You
weak
don't want Rice
mentality
because
bitch.
of me. Your
No, I
mind.
don't want it because of you. Because he comes to game week 1. He says game week 1. Oh yeah, West Ham out of the title race. We're not looking to win the title. Like, what kind of player says that? What kind of leader says that?
West Ham.
At West Ham, he's a captain of West Ham. He came out and he said, "Oh, West Ham, we're not going to win the title. We're not going to fight for it. We're looking to finish, top 10, top 12." He said in an interview after the game week
Are you
1.
honestly?
For me, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing leadership. That shows his leadership.
How embarrassing that he said
Let's be
West
honest.
Ham can't win the Premier League.
No, because no. But every team needs to thrive
Switch
for
your
the
camera
best.
on, bruv. I need to see if you're saying this with a straight face.
No. Hang on. I'll explain. I'll explain. I'll explain. Before we finish, I'm saying it's a leadership problem. I know none of you guys have been leaders. You guys don't know. I understand.
Oh,
it's fine.
you do.
But-
You've been a leader.
Well, yeah, I have. I've been a captain. But
Sorry,
anyway,
Matt Terry.
the point is that you don't come out. You don't degrade your team game week 1. Say, we're out of the title race.
Australian. You
We're
guys
out
can't
of.
live in 75% of your country. Don't tell me about shit. All right. You lost the war to kangaroos. And
No, that's not
you
even
lost
you don't
it.
even
I
know.
remember.
You don't
It's
even know.
facts.
You just
Lewis,
waffling.
look it
No,
up.
you just
They
waffling.
lost
It's
the war to the
emus.
emus, bro.
It's
They lost
emus.
it.
And we didn't lose war. We actually
You lost the war.
gave
You
up.
lost it.
Oh.
You lost.
Are we talking about American war? Now we're going to get into politics.
No,
Talk about
we
American
win wars. Don't talk about us and wars. We win those.
Yeah,
You lost the
started
war
and then
to
you left
birds,
them.
bro.
But let's not get into it because you started
You
doing
lost
wars
the
and
war
then
to
leaving.
birds, brother. You telling me about leadership? Your military has no fucking
Yeah,
leadership.
that's good on you. I don't know what about my country. Talk about
I'm
me.
sorry, it's facts.
And I'm
You
saying, but
lost.
if you sit there and you think Declan Rice is a proper leader, he's proper this, you're full of shit. You don't know shit because you don't come out game week 1 and
Nobody
don't
say,
said
know
my
about
team's
him a
out of the
leader.
race.
Nobody said nothing about him
No,
being
but
a
it's
leader. We're
about
talking about him
mentality
in
as well.
midfield.
No, but it's about his mentality as well. I talk about
What
off the
about
pitch. He comes in.
mentality has to do
Yo,
with
Meza,
you come in- if
can
you
bring
come in
Meza
and you
coming
say-
up real quick?
You come in.
'Cause I know
Yeah,
this is the guy that was in that picture.
I'll get
Hold
to
on.
his game as I'll get
This is
to
the
his
guy
game
that
as
was in that
well.
picture with Tuchel.
His
huh?
game
So when
on the
Tuchel
pitch
was
as
in
well
India
is
and he was
rubbish
this
too.
is the guy right here. Listen, Meza, tell Tuchel I said you're never coming back to Chelsea, man. I know you at the retreat right now. You're washing his feet and shit and everything else, and that's why you're mad at me. But Tuchel is never coming back, bro. He's never coming back. Accept it.
Yeah, well, we lost the better manager, and we have this guy who doesn't know what he
Crying
wants
about
for
it.
breakfast
We
tomorrow
lost
morning.
better managers than him.
Yeah, cry about it, but you know that's our club. We're gonna play Conference League next year.
I just don't
that's
understand
all right.
why we're so pissed about Rice saying West Ham can't win the league. Like
I'm just saying.
fucking
Well,
say
I don't know
that.
if you heard me, Lewis. I don't know if you heard me. You just clocked off. But I did say it's a mentality issue. If you come in
What,
game week 1, you say
what?
No.
there's
I
no.
will
I
actually,
don't want
West Ham
no
can win the
guy who
league.
comes in and says,
I will literally challenge his mentality if he said that we can win the league.
Yeah, he'd be
I will
delusional.
literally-
Hold on, Matt. Hold on.
You want to come in and have fun. Hang on.
Hang
As well, hang on. I'll say it again. The World Cup in the Euros, he comes in and he goes and cries to the referee. Oh, give me free after the game. Remember when and he got suspended from it? And all he did because the cameras were there. He's a PR stunt number 2 after the Euros.
Listen, we don't have time for your
You asked.
right now.
I'm just
My
saying.
question to you is this. Would you take
his
KDB at
mentality
this
is
club?
horrible.
Would you take KDB at this club? Right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you crackhead. Didn't he say his team was not going to win the World Cup before the World Cup started?
You're a fool, bro.
He never said that.
You walked right into
100%.
that.
No, mate, there's a difference between KDB and Declan Rice. Mate.
literally
What's
said
the
that.
difference? That the mentality is the same thing. Didn't you say?
Yeah, I'm talking about mentality, but then let's get to the pitch though. Let's get
I
to
know,
let's get on the pitch.
It's like Ray Charles walking into
I
the
set
room.
him up. It was an easy setup. How can you
Because
say
Declan Rice can't back it
The
up on the
minute
pitch.
that he
Declan
asked,
Rice
I
can't
knew
back it
what
up on the
he's
pitch.
doing. The minute that he asked, I knew what he was doing.
Of course.
can't believe he
won
actually-
the World Cup. He came out and
Well,
said,
no,
it. He
Dec-
said, listen, I don't think we can win the World Cup.
Because he hates Belgium. The guy hates his own country.
And then-
He hates
and then-
Belgium.
The guy
This
hates
is
his
what
own
he did
country.
to his wife.
Just hate his own
You sound like a
country.
weirdo, bro.
It sounds
Mate,
like
Declan-
weird, man.
Declan Rice cannot back it up on the pitch, mate. It's ever right.
He said that he hates his own
We
country.
can't hear you, bro.
He doesn't hate his own country.
Speak. What was that, Victor?
He can't hate his own country. Like you're doing
Well, he hates his teammates, mate. He hates
Exactly.
Courtois.
Hey, Galip, we're not bullying this man. This man just
Man,
asking.
Australia
No,
couldn't
no.
back it up during war, man.
Matt did
That's all I
that.
know.
Matt did that to himself, bro.
Mate, we're talking
Yeah.
about Daniel.
Right,
Let's go into wars, mate. You're talking about wars.
You lost the war. I'm sorry. Like, you talked about leadership, and I remembered. I'm like, didn't you guys lose to a war to chickens or birds? You
I
lost.
wasn't in that, mate. I wasn't there fighting. If I was there fighting,
I
mate,
don't
Wait,
care,
wait.
bro.
Yeah,
I'm
why
trying
were
to
you
say
chicken?
English
Why were
straight,
you
mate.
chicken out of the war, man? Why were you
Mate,
chicken
if I
out?
was there in that war, mate, the Emus would have had it coming. Yeah, they would have had it coming if I was in that war.
Would you ask the girls on the bus
Yeah, they'll
station,
join
like-
in, mate. They'll join in. We'll be fighting with our guns and.
It just makes me
Can't
laugh.
believe-
I have heard a lot of arguments against Declan Rice, but I've never heard that one. Never heard that one.
Well, when he comes and he starts crying that he didn't get a free kick like his boyfriend Mickey Mount, we'll have the same
hold
conversation.
on a
Didn't get
second.
a free
Hopefully,
kick.
hopefully his
Megzap,
girlfriend doesn't
Megzap.
leave him, and he has a whole season of
Can you bring
being
Max
shit,
up
right?
again?
Like Kepa. Remember when Kepa's girlfriend left him? Remember
Mate,
that? And he was
he's coming
bitching and
back.
crying.
Kepa's come back.
Yeah. I know.
We're going
Aye.
back to our number one
So much for
keeper.
mentality.
How are those emus though?
Mate, Kepa's a proper mentality player. You know, he came from the ditch and he came all the way back to the top. Now he's not.
Yo, he's one of the worst
keeper.
players we've ever signed of all time.
No, he
He's
hasn't.
terrible.
He's won us trophies, Daniel.
He's terrible, and he looks
Unlike-
like you too,
unlike-
which pisses me off. When
I'm
I'm
like,
watching
Yeah.
that rat.
I'm seeing
I'm like
that.
that Disney character.
That guy, my goal, man.
Actually, no, he looks like Mkhitaryan more than he looks like Kepa, but
You know, unlike that rat
Yeah.
up front who's lost us finals. That rat Mickey Mouse lost us finals, but now let's blame Kepa who's won us finals and maybe
What
lost
finals
us.
has
But
Kepa won us? Didn't he lose the FA Cup final?
Carabao.
yeah, but that's
Didn't he
No,
start?
he's
in
won
the
us- he won
Carabao?
us
Didn't
so
he start?
many.
Didn't he lose?
He won us the
didn't-
club-
didn't
he won us the
lose
Club World
penalty?
Cup.
Didn't
Won
he
us the
miss
Club
the
World
last
Cup.
penalty in the Carabao Cup?
yep.
Yeah, because Mount missed three shots that game. Mount missed 3 shots in that game.
Mountain kept
He
the
missed
stands
the
on.
penalty.
Hey, Lewis,
Mount
great.
missed in the FA Cup final against
He missed
Liverpool.
the penalty.
He missed
He got
Yeah,
scored
that's not
on
his job.
57
His
goals
job-
in one season.
Mate, he should start
Anybody
that
could
game.
score on him.
realize
I
he
could've
should
scored on
start that game. He should start that game.
Listen,
But he
man,
didn't.
you just stand somebody better, man. I know he looks
He
like
won
you.
us-
I know you think he's sexy, but
I mean,
let's be honest,
he's
bro.
our number
He's
one
a
keeper,
shit
mate.
player,
He is our
bro.
number one keeper.
He's
our
one of the
number
worst
keeper.
players of all time, bro. I'm sorry. I'll be
So
honest.
if you
No,
said that
Matt,
and don't
Matt,
mention
answer
Mount,
me,
well,
Matt, answer me a question. Why is Chelsea looking for the goalkeeper now?
because Mendy's asked, we need a secondary keeper. Like no
No, we need a
shit.
primary keeper.
So-
They
hold
scored-
on a
listen,
second.
listen, they
Hold
scored
on a second.
11
So
They scored
no, so
11
we're
penalties
looking for the
against us.
goalkeeper to replace the second goalkeeper. But
yeah,
we're
so
looking for
the second keeper
Okay,
can
so-
come and
okay,
compete with the
so-
first keeper and then
okay.
take over the first keeper's
Hold on a
spot. 'Cause you want
Hold on a second.
you hang on,
No,
you asked
no.
me. You asked me.
I
responding.
asking you. So Chelsea is not looking to replace the first, like the number one goalkeeper. Chelsea is looking to replace the second, right? That's what you said.
They'll come in,
No,
get
no,
rid of
no.
Mendy,
That-
bring in another keeper, and then that keeper will fight with Kepa for the number one spot.
Okay. So you're saying that basically, but the Kepa is gonna start in the first, and meanwhile, right?
Depends
That's
who it
what you're
is.
saying?
Depends who it is.
Okay. What
If we go get that guy
okay.
from AC Milan, a great keeper, bring him. Oh, I'd love to bring him
This
in.
is the
You
guy
know,
who
we could have
erased
equal.
Johnny and stuff, man. You're just like
You know,
Johnny. bro.
we
Why
have
you- why
two
you
great
always-
keepers in
Why
goals.
you
You
always
know,
killing Johnny when
want
you just like him?
I want to have two great keepers in goals. I don't want to have one and then one shit. You know, Mendy needs to go. He's finished. He's done. You know, he's never world class.
Listen, Kepa is one
Go
of the
get
worst
that
keepers
AC guy
we've
from
ever
AC
seen
Milan.
at this club, bro. Like,
He's not.
You
You can't have two
he's actually-
great goalkeepers.
He's
one of the worst ever,
he's scored saved the most penalties as a Chelsea in a Chelsea
one of
shirt.
the, no, he hasn't.
Yes, he has. Yes, he
Are
has.
you
Oh,
crazy?
no, he has,
He's
he has,
made
he
more
has.
penalties
He
than
has. He
Hilario
has,
or
Daniel.
Pedicini. How has he?
Yes, he has. He has.
No, statistically, he actually has.
So
How?
well,
The top
mate,
six-
go speak to the stat pad. I don't know.
I need
Second
those
to
stats. I need
six.
those stats.
Like Google's
Yes.
free. Search it up,
Right,
mate.
let me
Google's
find
free.
Yeah, I thought Kepa is one of the best penalty savers in the world.
So why did they score 11 penalties against him in the Carabao Cup final? Why?
Well, that can happen,
And
but
then-
the reality,
but
the
hang on.
reality is that he's
No,
one
no,
of the
it
best.
can't happen
work?
if you're the
Wait,
best.
Daniel, do you know how
Like,
penalties work?
statistically, like Kepa is our best penalty saver in history.
Messi's the best, but he
Yeah,
doesn't score every goal he
he has-
shoots. Like, what is that
Kepa
logic?
now
then?
has the most
What for?
penalty saves in club history, 7, as he moves clear of the check with 6.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
rate Kepa as well.
So it's basically just our club history, not the.
Yeah, Chelsea. I'm not talking about the
Yeah,
world.
Chelsea. I said Chelsea shirt.
Yeah, not the
So
world.
he's just the best penalty saver for Chelsea.
Yeah,
And the
Chelsea,
rest of the world, he's number
No.
22.
probably. I don't know, somewhere. I
So
don't know.
why
Czech's
is
probably,
that
so
stat-
Czech's
Hold on a
Czech's
second.
probably number 47. Does that mean he's bad?
Listen, Czech
No,
didn't
no.
save.
He's
Czech
only
didn't
one
save.
in
Hold on,
front of him.
hold on. Czech didn't save a lot of penalties, right? But when it
No, I
mattered,
wasn't-
Yeah,
I
Czech was
bad
never
in
good
those.
on penalties.
when
to
it
be
when it
fair.
mattered the most, that's where he got all those saves in his last few years in finals, all that, right? This Kepa guy, yeah, you saved some in fucking Super Cup final, shit that don't really matter. When it does matter, 11 straight penalties they scored against you, and then you missed yours.
You say that, boy. Well, your own boy lost us 3
How-
finals.
My own boy won a final, so at least he has one on
Mickey
his
Mouse.
belt. What
What?
final has he won?
Mate, I just said he won us the Club World Cup final. He
He
single-handedly
didn't win
got
no
us
Cup
there
World
and
Cup
then won
final. Are you
it.
crazy?
He
He
single-handedly
didn't
got
get
us
the
there and then won it in the
single-handedly
penalties.
us there.
Are you crazy?
He
Is this
did.
guy
Sorry, Super Cup. Sorry. I got confused. Super
That's
Cup.
what I'm saying. He's talking about friendly Super Cup. We're talking about
Super
Champions
friendly.
League
Super Cup's
final.
not friendly.
What has Kepa done for this club in a trophy that matters?
Europa League
Did I start again?
final against Frankfurt.
Europa League final.
Semi-final.
Semi-final against Frankfurt.
Are we talking about
And then had a-
semi-finals now? We can talk about semi-finals.
Yeah, you gonna talk about it?
We can talk about that. How Mountain's damn near scored in every semi-final he's played in.
Oh my god!
That-
But then
that-
coming, yeah.
If you want to,
Wait, what?
but
As much
Yeah,
as,
but he
as,
can't.
much as I would like
he's-
to
hang on, he's
bag
scored.
on Mount right
but he
now,
hasn't. He's only scored.
it's a fact.
you
Mount
give-
has
if
scored
you
in
give me
almost
chance-
every
No, hang
single
on. Here's another
semi-final
fact. He hasn't
he's played
scored
in.
one open
One at a
goal
time.
assist on top 6 club. He hasn't scored a goal or assist.
why
on top
is it
6 club.
there even conversation between Mount and Kepa? If
Because
much
he
as I
has
don't
exactly,
like
Kepa
him-
is what-
no,
Messi now
no.
is finished. Kepa's
Hold
already
on
a
a
club
second.
legend.
Every
Can't
Chelsea
lose.
fan,
He's a loser.
it's funny if we can start a poll. If we have choose one go, one stay. I will choose
Nobody's
Mount,
choosing
even
Kepa,
though
I
I don't.
No,
You
sorry,
don't even have to do
Mount.
that.
I'll pick
Mount.
Mount.
Knows.
Don't even do it.
Mount
Like even the people who
Ziyech,
hate Mount are
Mount,
not going to
Mount.
choose Kepa. I promise you.
Mount should be the first one to leave. Mate, Mount
Nobody's
needs
gonna
to
Hey,
leave.
Kepa. Kepa
would
is
you
one of the
guys
worst
like a
players.
poll? Let me know in the comments. Let me
There's two
know.
different. If we're talking
This
to
is
mate,
just
Mount is the
laughable.
first
Compare
player
Mount to
that needs
Kepa,
go.
man.
Mount
Kepa's
is the
the
first
I'll
player that
pick
needs to
Mount.
go.
I'll pick Mount over Kepa, bro.
Let's
I've
go
been on
back
that.
to
Lewis, I'll
Let's go
say
back to
this. If,
Nkunku because this is pointless. This is pointless.
mate, if
Yeah,
Mount
just
go
let's
for it,
move.
bro.
Let's move on with the
I'll
conversation.
move on. Yeah, 'cause
Seriously.
you know, Nkunku's here to replace Mount. You know, thank God, alhamdulillah.
You see,
and,
I
you know,
love that he
he's
just
getting
said
out.
that. Hold on.
Oh my
If
God,
somebody
you
clip
really
that,
thinking
please.
Kuku's gonna replace
Hold
Mount?
on.
You
No.
dumb.
Redneck. Hold on. Somebody clip that, please. Because when it comes to 3 months into the season they're gonna say Nkunku is failing because Mount can't create for him.
Daniel, you said the start of the season Mount's going to be our top attacker. He hasn't scored
He's
in like
supposed to
6 weeks.
Let me finish talking. He's supposed to replace Mount. So I don't want to hear Mount's not creating for him. You're supposed to replace him and create and do everything. So if you're not doing it, I don't want to hear the switch up. Because now
this is what's the problem with young kids that don't realize what position is supposed to create versus what position doesn't and supposed to finish. If you think that Nkunku and he's coming and he's gonna be a most creative player, don't seriously. If your expectation is that, I don't want you to tell me that Mount does not create because it's pointless. It's pointless argument. I can't believe it, man.
I'd like
But
it.
Nkunku is a better creator than Mount, though, isn't he?
No, 100%. But then you guys will still come next season and say Nkunku is not scoring. He's not doing this because Mount's not creating for him.
You're missing
when he's supposed to be better creator,
context.
better goal scorer, better everything.
You're missing the context.
I'm okay with him coming in and starting. I'm okay with him even starting over Mount. I just don't want you guys to switch energy when our team is still shit.
That's my point.
Exactly. Daniel, how do we fix it?
I think you think the position that Nkunku comes in, it's the one of the most creative things that's supposed to happen on the football field. That's not what it is. People saying, "Oh, he can play number 10." Oh, where did the last time I heard somebody that's saying, "Oh, this player could play there too," but it turns out he shit there too.
Havertz.
You see what I'm saying? Like, stop with this. Oh, he can play there and do this. Oh, he can also play there and do this.
Sorry, go on.
No. I'm saying, like, look.
Well, redneck though. It's only fair because it shows how they view that player, right?
That's my point.
And he can do A, B, C, and D. My thing is that I know people like Matt and all that. They don't know what they're talking about. Right now, he's saying he's coming in to replace Mount 100%, all that. When he comes in and Mount is still starting,
I never said 100%. I just said,
Bring Galip.
Galip.
I actually trust Galip on that because he's actually watching it Bundesliga more than I do. And
Professor, by the way, I do agree with this. I'm going to do a bit more research. I'm going to try and make a video on it. But Love Ramaj is a good shout. Galip says, yes, Alex Nkunku is not a creator. He's not a 10. He's a link-up player. Fast pace, good finishing. Stop being stupid. I do see that as well. I did see as well, like, his final pass is good. He has got a very good final pass in, but that's probably
not the creating. That's not the creating.
Yeah, no, it's just more of an explanation to it. But I get the thought process too.
What would you guys think?
What player are you guys thinking about that's gonna come in and create? Like, what type? Give me a name of a player who's gonna who fits this mold. Because if Nkunku can't create, and some of these guys who are attackers getting crazy attacking numbers can't create, what player are we looking at? That's like, what type of player is this?
Why are we saying Nkunku can't create? He had like the second most assists in the Bundesliga last season.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand that.
Look, maybe it's the English thing. Creating, it's like, for example, when you have a ball and you like against the complete defense, and you all of a sudden make that like, how to say it? I'm gonna use the. I'm not.
Like the final, like
you're talking about flair, bro. I'll be honest.
You caught through the defense of a pass.
Yes, I'm talking about the player that not looking to be at the part like De Bruyne. I don't see Nkunku as De Bruyne.
But there's
no saying in the final. No. I'm saying in the final third, when De Bruyne reaches the final third, I don't see Nkunku doing it.
No, I think he is. I think one of the best things about Nkunku is that he makes the right decision in the final third. He's not just gonna shoot when he's gonna make the right decision. For me, that's his biggest attribute is his IQ, not just the dribbling or the it's just it's the footballing IQ that I like about him.
You need runners around him to make the right decision. If you have static players around you, no matter how clever you are, you can't do shit. So
that's what I'm saying. You need this is like Sex Fabregas, Paul Pogba, Mata, that kind of player that like it's not.
I don't see a Mata out there, brother. There isn't a Mata out there.
Well, but this is when people telling me that they need a creator. That's the players I'm talking about. That's why I don't see Nkunku is the creator like that.
No, but see, and here's the problem with that, right? Every team doesn't operate with that type of creator. With a creator like a number 10,
Yeah,
Mata,
the
or
10
that type of
is the
situation,
10
right?
is the 10 is
Or even
disappearing.
some teams don't operate with a 10. We know a big team last year that we should have won, but we lost to Real Madrid. They don't operate with a number 10, a classic number 10 whatsoever.
No, but
they have two playmaking eights, and they have a
Yes,
winger who's a
yes.
very creative winger. So they
Yes,
create
that's-
through that system. So it's not like like you have to have a number 10.
Okay, so based on what you just said, what Nkunku is? He's a creative winger then.
Yeah, he's a creative forward.
Okay, that's my exactly the point. Like, if we gonna constantly only appeal like main creative source is a creative winger, we literally did it all the time. We're buying Timo Werner. We're buying
No, that's not
Alex.
creative. That's a shit guy.
Alex.
Sorry.
I know. No, I know what you. Hold on.
Alex.
We also got. Yes, I hear my name too. My wife keeps calling it too. Let me finish and then we can talk. Look, what's his name? Timo Werner. We got Kai Havertz supposed to be. We got Mount in that space too, and we got what's his name? Sterling. We keep replacing the same position. Maybe we should stop looking for the creative wingers and actually create somewhere else.
I literally put in a super chat about the guy that who is a creator. He plays for Croatia, and I think he's somewhere in France. He play for. He's a good guy. Yeah, he comes straight in that Chelsea team.
No,
He's a
Not
creator.
ready to play for Chelsea. Like that's no. Not
But he
at all.
just
Not even close.
what?
You think Meyer is ready to play for Chelsea?
Yes, he is.
No, based on
And-
what, the World Cup?
No, even before the World Cup.
Okay, based on what then?
Look the way he plays, his performance. You watch him, and I tell you this: by the end of this season, he's got to go to a big club, and everybody's gonna talk about him.
Okay, I'll say it like this. You know how we heard nothing about him before the World Cup? We're gonna hear nothing about him after the World Cup. Like what? Like he's not. Oh, you acting like he's been pulling up through trees, but prior to the World Cup, and he just killed it at the World Cup, and then no, that's not what's going on.
He plays for
Did
Croatia.
you guys hear anything about him prior to the World Cup? And I know you guys watch every league and everything else. Have you heard about him?
Never heard of this guy.
You never heard
right?
of that guy?
You're not
No,
gonna
never
hear
heard
about
of
him
him.
now.
I'll be
This is
real.
why
I
I'm glad.
haven't.
This is why I'm glad the World Cup happened this winter, because a lot of these guys will have like great World Cups, but they're actually shit. Now they're gonna go back to their clubs, and we're gonna watch them for the rest of the season and realize, oh yeah, you're actually a shit guy. It was just a good World Cup.
So Amrabat is the shit for his club too.
Yeah.
I promise you, I heard about Amrabat twice before the World Cup. In like
Tottenham
4
tried to
years.
sign him. I think Conte tried to sign him.
Conte is a criminal though. It's not about
No, Amrabat's too good, man. You can tell he's got some attributes that
Listen, he had a
that
good
good.
World Cup, man. I remember a lot of players have great World Cups. Let's see what he does for the rest of the season, right? And this is why it's good. He has the rest of the season to show us that the World Cup
Yeah.
wasn't a
The thing is, a lot of Chelsea supporters, all they want is big name, and they can't see beyond that. And most of the big name that Chelsea side doesn't work out at Chelsea.
let me say it this way.
Didn't you just use the same thing to bounce the guys that you just want, like the big name from the World Cup? You just use the big name that show like the how you say it, like the biggest name that like a showed out of the World Cup. You
performer.
just use the same thing.
You know what it is though? I don't. It's not even that I want a big name. My thing is that I don't trust you guys as scouting, because when the club came with this Fofana kid, I trust it because I know it's Paul Winstanley and these guys that came up with it and everything else. But we have these panels and people bring up random names they've heard about 2 times, 3 times, and say they're ready to play for the Chelsea. I'm sorry that I'm not just willing to say, yeah, let's bring him in. Let's bring this 21-year-old who hasn't done shit. Right now, he's gonna come to Chelsea and kill it for us. I can't say that, but if the club wants to pull certain players that I've never heard of, I would trust that more because they're actually scouts. So it's just that I don't trust you guys' names.
I actually remember the name that I think the club needs to address it as a creator, and I think it's Russian kid. That's the type of creator that I'm talking about.
Sakarian.
You see what I'm saying? Like not the wing. Like I understand what you're saying, the wing creator. I understand the Hazard, those players like Kai Havertz. Fuck's sake, what am I saying? Like like Hazard, like Silva, Bernardo Silva. That's the kind of things that you think Nkunku would be, which is fine. It could be creative from the wing point of view, but the mass creation as a team, as 11, does not come from creative wingers. You know what I'm saying? Does come from creative mids.
Yeah, but you just have both.
That's what. Well, that's what I'm saying. When I'm saying is Nkunku is not that kind of creator. I'm looking the deep before Nkunku gets the ball.
Oh yeah, like no. See, it's not even. I think my thing is not in those positions. I'm not looking at just creators, playmakers, players who know how to build up play, right? Know what to do with the second pass, you know, first touch passes, everything else to move the team forward. We don't have a lot of playmakers at the highest level.
No,
but when you're talking about those type of players you just mentioned, you sometimes maybe not Mata because his career fell off. A lot of those guys are all timers, right? So unless you're saying like this guy is an all timer, like some of these guys, young guys that we want to get into the midfield to be that midfield creator, because to play that role and be that type of player, you have to be an all timer. You know what I'm saying? You don't get away with it if you're not. So I don't see any all-timers out there to come into midfield and be the creative center mid, or you know, if you want to call it that. I don't see that. But you can get certain playmakers. That's what people are talking about. Enzo. Is Enzo an all-timer creator? Fuck no, he's not. He's not.
He's more of a DM than a playmaker.
I don't see Fabregas or Cruz when he touches the ball, but I do see a playmaker. He's a playmaker, which can be useful, especially when you have creative wingers, right? So it's all about the playmaker's job to find those guys, to find his forward players. That's their job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to go with what the market gives you, not what like is the most like ideal, you know, scenario. Because there is no Mata out there. I'll tell you guys right now, there's no player like that out there that you're going to sign who's going to come in at 21 and get you what 30 assists in one season, win a Champions League and FA. Nah, it's not. He was generational. He was crazy. Those players are not there right now, bro.
You see Enzo as a playmaker.
Yeah, he's a playmaker. He's not a creative. He's not a Fabregas type of playmaker where the final pass is going to come from him. But if he receives the ball from his center back and Nkunku is making a run, he's not going to recycle the ball. He's going to hit it first time, and that's what I'm looking for. I don't need somebody who can split the lines every single time, but my nigga,
between the defense.
Yeah, if Leao was making a run, fam, find him.
The you know only recycling our defensive
midfielder. If is free on the right side and you're passing it between yourself and Cucurella and Koulibaly, why are you passing it?
That's what I'm saying. The only splitting passes Jorginho does is between Koulibaly and Fofana.
They're doing little triangles in the back line. Fucking Reece James is running, waving his hand like, "Come on, pass it." I'm looking at these guys like, "What's going on?" Thiago Silva needs to get the ball and say, "All right, let me give it to you."
Yeah. Do you know how cringy it is?
You know what I'm saying?
For me, I feel like Jorginho is one of the best playmakers you can get. I feel like he understands. I feel like he actually understands how, you know, how to move the ball forward and being available for the ball. So I don't know. I think defensively, yeah, he's an issue, but when it comes to being on the ball, I think he's the least of our. I think he's the least of our worries.
Yeah, maybe when he was
metronome, right? But he's not a
that's
great playmaker. Metronome in the sense of like a Jonathan Mikel, where you come in, you don't lose the ball for the most part, and you can keep it ticking. You know where people who are around you are, but you don't know where the forward line is. His vision is not that deep where like when he turns off his back, he knows exactly where his strikers are, his midfielders are. No, he doesn't know that shit. Right?
Even Mikel can pinpoint the ball on the wings from the deep sometimes. But it wasn't his game. He is like Jorginho, and this is what people don't understand. Mikel and Jorginho are kind of similar, but the problem is you cannot take away ball from Mikel based on like
Press,
the
press.
physicality. You will not. The way he spreads those legs, man. I swear, man. There's no way you can get to that ball. That's and he was one of my favorite players. But Mikel also was number 10 for his country. He is creative enough to see it.
But here's the thing with like a player like a Mikel, right? He's there to be the metronome and to be the defensive player, meaning you can get past me. I'm going to win every ball, but also I'm not playmaking for you. Lampard was the playmaker. He's the one scanning 250 times and first time passes and all that. That's what he was there to do, right? And then you had a player like Abala who was also like you didn't just have one playmaker. The way we talk about things is one guy does this, one guy comes in and does this, one DM comes in, one creative player comes in. When you think about old Chelsea teams, we had 2 or 3 top DMs, 2 or 3 top playmakers, 2 or 3 top forwards. It's not just one guy, because if it's just one guy, then it's easy for you to shut down one guy. I don't know if you guys remember the Manchester United game when Jose Mourinho had that idiot following Hazard around. This is when we were shit. He's following Hazard around, and there's nothing else we could do. Nobody else could do anything because we were Hazard FC.
Herrera.
Herrera, yeah.
Don't you think that the big issue we have at Chelsea is we don't have an outlet? The only outlet we have is Reece James. All our attackers are not dynamic. They're not quick. They don't do anything. So that's something. Maybe Nkunku is that guy. Like when you watch Portugal, for example, or even AC Milan, when they bring in someone like Leao off the bench, he's gonna give that right back or left back, whatever side, problems. But we don't have that. All our wingers are not dynamic enough, like all our attackers. Liverpool have that do something. Chelsea,
we don't have enough dribblers.
Aggressive dribblers. No. Do you know the first name that comes to my mind that actually what kind of deep liner playmaker? It's not a Pogba that comes to mind that actually I want the Chelsea. I want Alonso. Xavi Alonso, the one that play at Liverpool.
100%. But again,
this is the one.
This is an all-timer, my brother. This is one of the
I know, and I'm surprised that a lot of people don't even mention his name.
Unless you can find somebody who's also one of the greatest. Like it's hard to find a player who's defensively as solid as him, but also can pass the ball like anybody else in world football. It's really hard. You know what I'm saying?
Pogba was good at passing.
Enzo do that?
Shit as defensive.
Enzo can do what?
Enzo can listen. Enzo is not Xabi Alonso. Maybe he can get
look
there.
But Pogba, Scott. Pogba is not deep line playmaker.
Scott, rolling, bro.
I feel like Enzo's strongest attributes are his defensive attributes, and I feel like if you wanted that deep line playmaker, you would go for Amrabat. Like he just seems to have all the attributes you'd want in that deep line player. A player who's going to make himself available for the CBs, make line breaking passes.
David, I don't think he can pass the ping pong ball from the defensive side all the way to the creative winger.
Not like Xabi. He can't do it like Xabi. But I feel like if you want those kind of similar attributes where you have like a kind of almost like a Jorginho with a bit more physicality and athleticism, then I would go for Amrabat.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just thinking the long term. I think the long term, and I think Lavia is gonna be. But I don't think Chelsea is going for that kind of thing anymore. I think Chelsea is going to create 2 6s that can actually go forward, and I think it's gonna be at the end of the day, we can use the signing in January and find the patch, fixing the patch. But I think it's gonna be at the end of the day, mark my word, is gonna be Lavia and Rice. That's
what Chelsea spent $160 million on two midfielders.
I'm telling you,
we're gonna cost them in a year time.
At the end of the day, we're gonna end up with the 2 players in that position. It's gonna be Lavia. It's gonna be Rice. It's it.
I like that Lavia kid though.
I do like him too. I just think he's an experience.
Said in the comments, Pogba is a deep line. No, he's a playmaker, but he's not a deep line playmaker.
Yeah, he's not a deep line.
That's a Scott.
He never has been. He's a playmaker.
That's where he always played.
Yeah. His best time at United. His best time at United was playing as a 10 at United.
Yeah,
his best time. I was going to say his best time at Juve was when he was. As
Don't
Daniel
get me
said,
wrong. One of the things,
and
Scott,
Vidal and next to Pirlo, like not him being Pirlo. He's not Pirlo.
Yeah. But he has a pink point cross-field pass in him.
He does. But he's not.
So did Lampard. So did Gerrard. They're both not Pirlo. You know what I'm saying? Like number 8
but those players
that
could defend.
Hold on.
I was going to say, like, Fabregas always had that pass. He wasn't a deep, like, up until the end of his career, he was a 10. Like, he was a 10 or an attacking 8.
I'm saying, like, number 8s can have elite passing. You just have to take what the market gives you, right? If the market is giving you top deep line playmakers who pass the ball at that level, that's what you get. You don't force it with a number 8 who can do that. If the market doesn't give you that, it gives you a number 8, and instead of that, then get the number 8. Don't force it.
Number 8, it should be in their job description. Long range passing. It should be.
It depends.
That's one of them. Main priority should be from the beginning.
At least to a decent level. It doesn't have to
at least to a decent level.
You should be able to switch the ball.
If you can get something else out of them that is also to an elite level, I think you can mitigate that. I agree. If you like, they maybe have to bring some passing, but I think, like, for example, a Kovacic, for example, where he brings something else. He brings something else to an elite level where I think you can mitigate it to a certain extent, like because of his like elite ability to beat a press and his elite level like ball control in tight spaces. You can mitigate the fact that on his passing isn't the best.
How good is Modric with him? That's how it is. He's
but Modric ain't this. Again, Modric ain't this elite passer. He's not this elite passer. It's just
Modric is not an elite passer.
He's not an elite. He's not one of the guys that you just mentioned in terms of who's going to hit a crossfield ball and all of this nonsense.
Who said that about Modric? You're not been watching Modric.
Modric is hold on.
You're gonna get cooked in a second.
Modric is a playmaker, right? Hold on. He's a playmaker 100%. Now he's not on the creative level. When you say creative, in the final pass of some of the players that we mentioned earlier. We've watched him his whole career, even in the Premier League. He's never been that guy, right? He's the guy who wins tackles, who wins everything, who doesn't lose the ball, who's playmaking, who just has a crazy engine. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Ozil was that one.
He doesn't look the exact same next to Kovacic that he does with Cruz. It's because Cruz, when it comes to the passing, is the best.
Kovacic to Croatia is what Modric was to Real Madrid when Ozil was there. Does it make sense? They played the two deepers. They played the two. Him and Toni Kroos played as eights, creative eights around defensive midfielder. But at the end of the day, what do you think is Ozil was the best time of his career? What position he was playing the best?
Number 10.
Right hand side.
But do you you see what I'm saying? So if we build the midfield, what's the name? The midfield that Chelsea needs to rebuild. Do you see is Nkunku is a 10 in that situation, or we still need a 10?
I think he can play either. It kind of depends what we're going to play. If we're playing a 4-3-3, I think he can be one of the number 8s. Again, if it depending on the guys you have next to him, he can be one of the 8s where he is the more advanced of the 3. He is the Pogba. If you want to go back to an example me and Daniel just used literally a few minutes ago, if you look at Juve's midfield when they played the 3-5-2, he's the Pogba in that situation next to our Vidal and our Pirlo. Like he's the more advanced of the 3. But if we play like a 4-3-1, then he's the number 10. I'm telling you now, in our system, especially unless we're going to get goal scoring wingers, he's not our striker. I'm sorry, he's not. Like you're not going to get the best out of him playing him as a striker, and you're not going to get the best out of him playing him on the wing. For me, he needs to be in the number 10 or an attacking 8.
What do you guys think about getting?
I don't necessarily. I think the way that he plays is, in terms of like the spaces that he occupies, is very Hazard-like. He doesn't play in the same way as Hazard, where he can beat 4 or 5 guys all at once. Nobody can, right? But he likes to occupy those spaces in the forward line. He doesn't have the awareness of a number 8. Number 10 is the most you can push it.
Yeah, that's what I think you would put him. Yeah.
From what I've seen, I just don't see him because as a number 8. whether we like it or not, even if you're the most advanced or not, you're going to have to track back. You're going to have to cover spaces. You're going to have to track runners. You're going to have to do certain things that Nkunku, you know, shouldn't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Unless, you know, Potter is tactically at a great level where he can play him to the way we're seeing Griezmann play right now, right? Does Potter have that tactical awareness to drill that into him, like where Griezmann is basically a number 8/10? I don't know. We'll see. But we'll see like what we set up the rest of the season. If it's a 4-3-3, then he has to be in the forward line. If it's not a 4-3-3, if it's a 4-2-3-1, he's the number 10. If it's a 5 at the back with the 3 forwards, he's an inside forward.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about getting Kudus for the midfield?
Where would you play it?
I love those type of players. Nothing dynamic.
I would play him in the midfield just as a box to box.
Am I the only one who wants like explosiveness?
Yeah, we need it. We don't have enough in our team.
I'm cool with the slow playmaking type and everything. That's cool, but like sometimes I just want my own version of, maybe not to the level, but of a Haaland, of a Salah, of a Vinicius, of a Mbappe. Just a nuclear option, a nuclear weapon where it's like if he catches you one-on-one, you're cooked.
Isn't that what Leao's supposed to be as well?
Yeah, that's why
that's what Daniel's saying. He wants Leao. He wants Leao. That's the guy he wants.
No, but I would get Kudus for the midfield. I wouldn't get him for the front line.
The thing with me with Kudus, right? And I would take him. The problem for me is like, again, where do you play him? Like, is he, because most of the time Ajax and most of the time internationally, he plays as either a 10 or a striker. So then you're putting him basically in the same. We're putting him in the same area of the pitch as the guy we literally signed a couple of hours ago.
But when he was playing, but if you look at the matches he played for Ghana, he was dropping back a lot to actually get the ball forward.
No, but of the midfielders, he was the most advanced guy all the time. So again, he's literally everything I just explained about what Kudus and Nkunku will be for us. He's going to be the same thing, and it's like there's no like I like Kudus and I think he'd be a good player, but I agree with something Daniel said on another stream before, like I think a couple of days ago. You need to sort out the first team first, fam, before we start sorting out fucking squad options. Sort the first team out. Like Kudus ain't going to start for us. That's the thing. Go and sort the first team out first. Unless you're going to sign, he's not starting for us. He's not starting for us.
How does he start? How does he start with Nkunku in the team? Like how does that fit into it?
If you have a 4-3-3, you play him in the midfield. He can start.
You play him. Okay, where do you play in?
You play him and Nkunku.
We got too many midfielders, and we signed Nkunku. What we're gonna do? Ziyech,
we have the complete opposite. We don't have enough midfielders.
We're doing a Havertz Werner thing, right? Where we don't have a position for you, but we'll sign you anyway and figure it out. Like
that's what I'm saying. Who said we don't got enough midfielders?
Unless we know exactly where he's gonna play. Like if we say okay, he's gonna play on the right side as kind of like a right playmaking type, then you need a true winger on the other side, right? Then you say okay, Leao is gonna play on that side. Okay, so then where does Sterling play? Our highest paid player. Where does Nkunku play?
I don't even know where Nkunku's going to play right now. I don't even know.
Also, you're getting into it as well, as Daniel was just mentioned. If you end up doing that, where you have like Kudus on the right, you have Nkunku in the middle, and you have Leao on the left, all of a sudden, you've got a team of attackers, and then say you play an Aubameyang as well. You've got a team of attackers who just want to occupy the same fucking space. All of them want to occupy the same goddamn space in the middle. It's like you've got no width. Your width is coming from your fullbacks. And that means that you have to go and get the 6 and the other midfielder literally perfect to mitigate from the fact that you're going to have your fullbacks being your only bit of width in the game.
But do you see, Scott, now Scott addressed the real concern that I have. We building this team backwards. We building this team we building the team from the front back when you should be building it back, mid and front. That's my problem. That's why I don't get so excited about.
I think you can do it. I think you can go from the front backwards, but you have to if you allow for the fact of go and get players that are going to complement each other. Going and getting Kudus and adding him to what we've just signed doesn't complement anything. He will be a squad option at best, not because he's not good enough, but because we've literally signed someone to play the same position. You can go and you can build this team and go start with the attackers first. If you go and sign attackers that complement each other,
But
and
Kudus
Kudus does
true
complement
position.
The problem
don't get me
is
wrong. I think we need, I think our problem right now is like even the players that are good, we only have one of those options, like one type of.
Yeah, I agree. But like
you have one playmaking type of winger who can score and I'm okay with getting several, right? Like several important players who can, but with different roles if you want, blah blah blah. But right where we are right now, that's not the first option you go for. You get a Nkunku, then you get a layout, and then next year you can get someone like a Kudus to come in and
say he's what you do. He's what you do in the summer. But it's like what you said the other day. Like go and sort out your right back situation. Go and sort out the midfield situation. Go and sort out other situations you've got. Don't go and sign someone who's going to be a backup of someone you've just signed. Like go and sort out the other issues in the squad, and then you, if in the summer, right, we've got stuff sorted. So we got the 2 midfielders we need. We got that right back backup, so James doesn't have to play. And you've got a bit of time. You want to sign that one extra player to fill the squad out. Then you go and get a Kudus. Then you go and get a fucking whoever like as a backup to be a squad.
Kudus' primary position is that of a cam. He's a cam. He's not actually a winger or a striker.
We just signed someone whose primary position is as a number 10. Literally signed him 2 hours ago.
So what you think Nkunku's gonna play in the midfield?
No,
when he
I'm
comes
saying,
to Chelsea.
here's what we're trying to say. If currently, right, depending on the formation that we play, they're most likely going to occupy the exact same spot. Meaning you can't start both of them in the same team currently. It's just not gonna work, or not even work. It's not going to happen. Where Nkunku, let's say we're playing a 4-3-3, Nkunku and Kudus are not going to play in the midfield together. Maybe one can, and you can facilitate for it by having 2 strong defensive players, but you're not going to have both of them starting with one DM, if you will. Like they're both essentially number 10/forwards, right? So they're not going to. If I'm in midfield with them, they're not tracking nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to let the midfielders run around, do what they want to me. I would hate that if I was a DM.
I question the project, Chelsea, because Chelsea spent $38 million on 2 midfielders, and none of them are in the first team.
Well, those opportunities, I think. Those opportunities to get them, I think that's the problem.
No, those guys.
It's a long plan. It's not the immediate plan, I think.
But by the way, get chances, right? This year, so next year he's going to play a lot. I'm not worried about that.
Are you talking about Kasede and Chukwuemeka? The thing with those guys, and the same thing with Fofana, and the same thing with Slonina, all of these guys are like the same thing we spoke about with Fofana the other day. They are low risk, high reward players. You've spent, in the grand scheme of things, a small amount of money on guys that, worst case scenario, you'll be able to get your money back easily. Best case scenario, they get into the best in the world in their position level. Like, that's what you spend on. With Kudus, you're going to have to spend 40, 50 million on this guy, because right now he's hot and he's playing consistently for Ajax. That's 40, 50 million on a guy that's a squad option, that doesn't start every week, that when we've got other positions like DM, like right back, we need to sort. Kudus does not make sense right now. Again, I like the player. He's good. Doesn't make sense. Not right now.
For that role, you'd rather get like a
If you're telling me, by the way, one last point. If you're telling me we're signing him for like 10, 15 million, yeah, I'm buying your hand off. Because again, that's a low risk, high reward player. But he's not going to be 10, 15 million.
Let me.
I think he's only got 1 year on his contract.
There's how you say it, a challenge in the chat saying Galip saying that the reason people confusing, like I said, Galip is watching this shit and he does that for a living because he's scouting for the second team and second league in Russia. So what he's saying is that people he used this as an example, saying like in Nkunku, it's not the Benzema and like the Benzema type of player when Ronaldo was there. You see what I'm saying? He's saying that he's more like a second striker, not the primary striker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the one that people think that he's like a creative winger. He's like a striker that looks for the goals more than he looks for the pass and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't watch Nkunku like anybody else.
Fair, not from what I've seen of him. I mean, he's 100% playing as a second striker right now. That's
behind
that's why it's hard for me to
Yeah,
see how he goes from second striker all the way to number 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's difficult for me to see. But playing on the wing, yes, I can, because he's explosively fast. Like he's not. I know we haven't mentioned it as much as we've mentioned like Leao's quickness, but he's also like super fast, right? So he can operate. He can operate on the wide areas, not like other second strikers like you have like a Havertz, who's his physicality, his PNP is not there to beat players one-on-one on the wing, and his skill level is not there either to be able to beat them on the wing. And Nkunku both has the skill and the pace to play in those areas. So I'm not as worried about if he comes in, he's going to be pigeonholed to second striker or nothing. Like if he doesn't play the second striker, he's shit. You know what I'm saying?
So
I'm not as worried about
I see what you're saying, but that's the risk factor about Nkunku. Coming and assuming that he can play that creative 10 that he's never played technically. Is that what I understand? He never played creative 10 for anybody else?
That's his primary position, actually.
No,
what,
no,
10?
he's not.
Yeah, that's at the time he started off as a cam.
In his career, he's played a few positions. Like he started off as a number 8, like primarily. Then after he went to Leipzig, that's when he pushed further forward.
And don't forget, Tuchel plays
wing back. Tuchel playing wing back, didn't he? No, that's
it's a genuine question. I don't want.
No, he did play wing back at PSV.
What I'm saying is, if he out of those positions that he played, did he ever play that number 10? To be assumed that he's actually creative.
Fairly certain he did.
I'm sure he's played number 10 before. Like just like
you see, that's the problem when we start to say that he comes to Chelsea and gonna play the 10. When like I can fairly say that he did.
Like, I don't think he's properly played the 10.
Where we are as a team right now, we need players who are excellent finishers in front of goal. Right? I want Nkunku receiving the ball to score, not passing the ball to Aubameyang, not even Aubameyang, to whoever else to score. He's one of the better finishers out there in world football. We need those players up in the pitch. So
I see what you're saying.
I would rather play him as striker than play him as number 8.
Okay, so this is my thing. So why are we keep building a team and put the freaking thing Nkunku in the places that he's never did or did play, and not using him for what he actually does? Why is Chelsea fans always do that? Why are we not saying he's a striker? And
you know what it is? Because people have preferences in the way that they want to play.
That's what I get.
Everybody has the way they want to play.
Preference. Maybe you want to see
head,
number 10, so you're trying to fit in like who plays number 10.
I see what you're saying.
I don't think we play a number 10 or he's gonna play number 10 here. But I do see him playing like if he plays a 3 at the back, he's gonna be one of the 2 wide forwards or the 2 number 10s. If we play a 4 at the back, he's probably gonna play on the wing.
Yeah. My concern with the Chelsea team is the imbalance, and it's like we have a wound and we're still cutting ourselves because we're not fixing the issues that we have, and we're still buying players. They're gonna be part of the issues that we have also.
Okay,
so midfield is very important.
Okay,
especially if you have a 2-man midfield.
The team needs surgery.
Big surgery.
Well, they said they're going to a 4-3-3, so.
Hold on a second. Josh comment. Nkunku, Leao, Fofana is a rapid front 3. That's a good point.
But there's the creativity coming from that doesn't work.
Hold on a second, Scott. That's my point. Like, I thought the creative wingers are the creative thing coming from. So I'm assuming out of those 3, Fofana is the center forward. And Nkunku and Leao on the right side and left side, right?
Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Where's Mark going to play?
No. Shut up, man. Scott, do you understand what I'm saying? What's the creative part coming from?
It's not even just the creativity, because you can get creativity out front 3. It's the fact of literally what I said earlier in terms of you've got Nkunku.
How do we get the ball to them?
No, the thing is, you can get creativity out of Leao and Nkunku if you had that front 3. The reason why that front 3 doesn't work for me is, number one, you've got Nkunku who prefers to play either as a number 10 or centrally or off the left. So already he's having to go on the right, which is his not preferred side. he prefers playing either cutting in from the left or centrally. You've got Leao, who again is literally the same thing, prefers either playing centrally as a striker, although he hasn't done that for a while, for a few seasons, or again, cutting in off the left. Then you've got Fofana, who's the striker, which, let's be honest, none of us have seen apart from a couple of comps. From what I have seen, again, from those comps, like, looks good, but is quite raw in places. Like, that's not working as that's never worked as a front three. Never mind about creativity. Just from the areas they want to like pick up on the pitch, that doesn't work. That's what I'm saying as well. And that's why as well, if you're going to get Leao and you're going to get Nkunku, whoever you have as your right midfield or right winger in this formation, they need to be someone who's going to stay wide. Having Sterling on that right hand side, for example, works because he's going to stay wide. He's going to try, when he does cut in, he's going to try and get to the byline. Yeah, like there's no point. You don't want a Ziyech playing like where he's going to want to cut in as well because it just gets tight in the midfield.
I think Nkunku is going to be the striker.
Right-footed or left-footed?
Right-footed.
Right-footed.
What about Leao?
Right-footed.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think if the plan is to get
sorry, go ahead.
If the plan is to get Leao as well, I think it's probably the case that Nkunku is going to be a striker. So it'll be Leao, Nkunku, and Sterling. I think.
Yeah.
We already got Fofana.
I don't understand that personally. I don't personally see the point because, like, again, he hasn't played striker consistently.
I think Fofana could be a bench player from start, so it could be. And
that's why they bought him
instead of. With Leao, I just don't. I feel if you're going to buy him,
not Leao up top, Nkunku up top, and Leao off the left.
Nkunku up top. Oh, okay, I thought you said Leao.
Nkunku up top, Leao off the left, Sterling off the right.
That will make more sense then. Because
you
I don't think
now for me, and Mountain behind them.
The biggest thing I want is explosiveness, right? So in that midfield, in that front line, they're all kind of explosive players.
And Jorginho behind Mount.
And Leao are very explosive players, right? So when it comes to that, now what you need is you don't need a number 10 like Mata behind those guys. You need playmakers because you're not going to get Mata type. There isn't that guy out there. But even if you just have a playmaker like an Enzo that can find,
there is the guys there like Mata.
Who?
It's just I don't think the number 10 in Premier League it's a difficult one to find.
No, but not like. Come on, we know who Mata. Do we remember who Mata was?
Yeah, we do remember.
At 21, at 21, he came in and did what he did. I'm saying there's no player I can look at out there who's gonna come in as a creator.
It's unfortunate, but in the European game, in the Premier League, it's annoying, but those type of number 10s just don't really exist that much. And if they do exist, they've got other things about their game that means they can move places. Like, for example, I'd put an Ødegaard in that kind of number 10 role in terms of traditional number 10 play between the lines, but he has other bits to his game in terms of he's able to drop deeper to collect the ball. He's decent defensively. Like, he can do more than just be that traditional.
For Tottenham.
Say Bentancur. Bentancur's not a number 10.
No, he's more of an 8.
He's an 8. Maybe it's a
Benacer. No, not Benacer.
He's a 6. He's a 6.
Benacer's a number 6. Benacer's a number 6.
Oh, that's a guy I see us signing for some reason.
Yeah. I think we're going to go for him in January.
Yeah, I see it.
I think it'd be a good move.
But Ruben and Jorginho dominated our midfield.
Yeah, I wasn't too happy when I saw him.
Yeah, but that was an injury-prone side, so I can't really say.
No. I'm saying Ruben dominated him and Tonali, and Ruben doesn't use his physicality.
Yeah,
and that's the only reason why he did. And I'm like, I don't know.
If I will put the money, I think we will end up with Leao and Rice as a midfield, final pieces of Chelsea's midfield.
Yeah, I think
Leao and Rice.
Anyone who doesn't like Rice needs to
for me personally,
get used to. He's coming
Rice,
to Chelsea. Yeah.
Lavia. You have to throw an Enzo in there. I think we need 3 midfielders. That's just my opinion. People like
I think
RLC,
we should go for us.
These guys need to go, bro. Like RLC needs to go.
Slavic, what's his name? Why are we not going for Slavic? What's his name? Savić. Yeah.
Or Milinkovic-Savić. Again, the problem with Milinkovic-Savić is like, where does he fit in what we're building? Especially with us, like, It depends. Actually, no. Milinkovic, Savić, that signing or us getting really depends on where we're playing Nkunku and what formation we're playing.
I think we should. I think he could play for Kovacic, like, if he gets injured.
His best position, or when he's performed at his best, it's been in a midfield three when he's been able to get forward and attack.
Yeah.
And the problem is everything I've just said there would be where I could imagine if we play a 4-3-3, Nkunku could play. But if Nkunku's been brought in to be either, like Dan said, either one of the number 10s if we played a 3, or as a striker, or on one of the wings, then Milinkovic Savić could work. But it really depends on, like, that's the thing. It depends on where other pieces are going to fit. I'm not bringing Savić in. If we're planning to bring him to play him in the pivot, I'm not for it. Not for it.
Yeah, no, I don't think that would be good either. I don't think he's great defensively.
When I watch him play, he just seems like he doesn't give a shit. But it's just maybe that's his body language. But he just seemed like, at least during this World Cup, that he was just stronger, more technical, better passing than most players on the pitch. But he just ghosted through the fucking game. Like, if I get the ball, I'll do what I do. But I'm not going hunting for it. I'm not really like he didn't seem like he was searching to impact himself. And this is in the 2 World Cup games I watched of him.
I feel like he's.
Whenever he got the ball, though, he was great with it. But it's like, why aren't you? I don't know. At 27, like, why aren't you imposing yourself? Like, give me the ball. I'm the best. I'm the best here.
I feel like he's a more attacking version of Jorginho. Like, he's not really gonna. He's not gonna. Like, you have to kind of cater for him in terms of getting the ball.
I don't know. Like, he's really physical. Well, he's not really physical.
Yeah, he's not physical. I don't think so. No.
He has a physical body, but he doesn't want to use it.
No.
You know, he has great passing, but he's not gonna go hunting for the ball. If you give it to him, you give it to him. If not, he's just gonna jug around.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe just the World Cup, where we got to watch some more. But I was disappointed in those games. I'm like, he's one of those.
I didn't even know he was playing most of the matches. I didn't even know he was playing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, remember when Aquilani came into the Premier League?
Yeah, from Italian guy. Yeah,
Aquilani. Yeah, when he came into Liverpool, and remember how he was kind of like the exact same way, where sometimes he would have flashes on the ball with time and space of like, oh, this could be a great player. But then, 90% of games, you don't even notice that he's there.
Yeah, that's true.
On midfielders, I did see the Tielemans links pop up a few days
ago.
No.
If people think Jorginho is bad defense, fucking Christ alive. Wait till you get a whiff of Tielemans. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm sorry. Everyone talks about how we need to like acclimatize, or we need to build the team around Jorginho to make it work. Hey, you've seen fucking nothing yet. I'll tell you that. If you want Tielemans, you've seen nothing yet. This guy's work rate defensively is genuinely like his work rate defensively is some of the worst I've ever seen, and he's a midfielder. Bro. He's not an attacker. He's a midfielder.
I got shot down in like 2 seconds flat. Fair enough, guys. I just wanted to run it through you guys.
Lewis, look at all the big teams, and look at Arsenal. They have Saka. City, they have Haaland. Liverpool have Mane. Salah. All these teams, they have an explosive player. We need that. Is that what Nkunku is? Like
we have one, man.
A weapon.
Yeah, Nkunku is definitely like that, but I want Leao.
Yeah, Leao's more the explosive weapon. That's what you really want in terms of it.
Because all our attackers are so static. Like, they just...
I need Leao, bro.
Don't shoot the messenger, bro.
On Tielemans, he's not a bad player. It's just, again, like, if people hate how Jorginho is in this team,
that's like worse,
Tielemans is worse defensively. He's worse. So I don't know how the fuck you're gonna work a team around like mitigating for his defensive deficiencies when you already don't want to do that with Jorginho. Like, I don't understand how that works.
I think he's a good
player going forward.
But he's not. He's terrible.
Yeah, he's a good player going forward. He's got a brilliant pass on him. He's got a good shot. But it's everything defensively. You'd have to go and put 2 proper DMs behind him to make it work. To like fix what he doesn't give you defensively.
Or Myers think. Let's see
if he was on the level of how Fabregas was, because remember when Fabregas played for us in what was it? Well, both years that we won the Premier League, he wasn't running. You know, especially like a second Premier League title, he was basically just a stand-in passer. If you have that kind of weapon on both feet in terms of passing, I can sacrifice for you. Or if I'm the manager, I could sacrifice for you and just go in the market and find the best defensive players. Blah blah blah. He's not that.
Yeah, it's not that good.
He's good, but he's not that.
All right, cool. So we'll throw Tielemans back into the mud then for that one. What else was there? Jorginho, Tielemans, Rice, Vlahovic is the same old stuff. Nkunku, I don't know if that's going to happen. I feel like he's more likely to sign at Dortmund for another few years.
Yeah.
Ziyech back to Ajax could potentially happen, but it's more reliant on them not being stingy about the final fee. That was the whole reason why that stopped in the summer. And yeah, other than that, there's not really much else. Not much else there. But yeah. Anyone got anything else they wanted to add into the stream, or we all good?
Are you doing a watch along?
Do you guys want to do a watch along?
Croatia, Morocco.
I don't mind, but like, it's up to you, man. Really.
I don't really watch the third place.
No, it's a meaningless game.
That's the thing.
Man.
I can't really be bothered.
Man. It's a friendly, man.
I'm watching the third place, man.
The final, I'll be there for. We'll do a watch.
What's the point of this, man? Is to humiliate both teams
medal.
that couldn't get to the final, man?
You get a medal.
Yeah, you get a little bronze medal.
It's kind of like thanks for coming medal. That's what it is.
Yeah,
they should rename it, man. They should rename it.
Yeah, no, we'll probably leave the watch along. It'd be good for me to rest anyway. Well,
Didn't you just wake up, Lewis? Didn't you just wake up? What are you gonna rest from?
Just woke up. I woke up at like 11:30 or something. But no, I mean I still want to rest my throat because
Oh yeah. No worries, man.
Still fucked. But yeah, I'm gonna be live on Guni's channel at I think 7:00.
You just said that you need to rest your throat.
Hey,
Cap it, people. Cap it.
We have a pause. Fine. You got me there. That's cool. But yeah, we will be back at 7 p.m. on Guni's channel. Wait, who's that?
Proper chills.
It's probably Prime with terrible Wi-Fi.
Chels.
Red, blue edition.
Yeah, that Wi-Fi might be Prime.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it is.
Bro, that sounds like that horror film, man. What was it, Unfriend or something? Or the serial killers? Why is that buffering for so long, Prime? Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, bro, internet cable, man. How many times we tell you, bro?
Thought it was a hacker, man.
Right, Prime, who are you here to slander this time before we wrap up? Is it Silva? Is it James? Who you got?
He's here for shits and giggles, man.
He's just here to be involved. He's here to be involved, man.
Oh,
I'm part of it.
Usually they to cuss out Silva or some shit.
Or Reese.
Or anybody. Fatta, stop being down bad in the comments section. Fucking hell, bruv. But yeah.
Congratulations on your graduation.
Congratulations as well.
Can you tell us what you major?
Only fan expertise, bro.
Fatta, what did you graduate in? We want to know. What did you graduate?
Data science, he told me. Data science.
Fatta graduated from Simp University, man. Congratulations, bro.
From Hustle University, man. Under Tate's University. That's why he graduated.
Nah. Trump University.
I thought you were going to say that Wheel University.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Lewis, I'm not here to slander anyone.
You sure?
So why the hell did you come in the end of the stream then?
Oh, the stream's over. My bad. You can end it.
No, we're about to.
Lewis, I swear.
I didn't slander. I didn't slander Thiago Silva. I did it to annoy you.
You called him a geriatric old man
because it triggered you, right? So
it's
and then he's asking why people going at him. What?
I know why people go at me. I know why people go at me.
No, people going at you for the bad Wi-Fi. hold on. You know, if Fatur is gonna type down and say it has something to do with
Yeah, exactly. And I said I know. Yeah, it is what it is.
Prime is
The major in
Costa Rican
simping
Wi-Fi,
and
man.
another degree in bad bets. Fato, what was the degree, bro? We want to know.
I swear,
What was the
Fatur's gonna
degree?
type is saying like it has something to do
He
with.
told me it's data
computer.
science or something like that, man.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't believe
computer
it.
science or something.
Ah, computer
You know,
science.
Fatar's a smart guy.
No, it's not a computer science.
Data
It's a-
science.
It might be.
Data
Only
science.
data
Yeah, but
science,
what
man.
kind of data science? Like,
What do you mean? Respect all
Only
data
fa-
science.
Only fan analytics, man. That's what it is, man.
Respect my boy Fatar, man. It's a master's holder right there.
Put Frank Lampard, the manager, to end the show, says Fata. All right, yeah.
but still no degree.
I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
how Lampard is doing.
Why are
in
you
life,
on
man?
Fatar like this? What did he do?
What is Lampard doing in life? How's Everton?
No,
doing?
nothing.
Anything
We
else?
just want to know what he graduated from.
Data science, bro.
He said data science, man, many times, Alex. It was
Oh
a
yeah, data
master's in
entry. There we go.
Data entry, bro. A monkey can do
Entry?
data entry, man. It's not hard, man. Is it really? No, it's not data entry, man. It's like data mining science, something, man.
Whatever
I'll
it
do
is.
like I don't want to
Okay,
be disrespectful.
can somebody
to
tell me what
to data entry people, but I rather work as a cashier than a data entry person because that job is suicidal, man.
No, what's the data science is?
Yeah, that's
Or
what I
whatever.
want to know as
Data
well.
science is mal.
Wait, I think he told me, man, since he's not gonna respond, man. Data science and business
Data
analytics.
science and business analytics. Let's go. 5 days away from 3 years anniversary of Lampard's famous victory at Shite Hart Lane. Damn right, bro. Congratulations on the graduation, my friend.
Yeah, congratulations, Fatur.
We are going to wrap up here, though. But yeah, good job, Fats, for letting me know. We will end with Super Frankie Lampard, just for you, though. So big up yourself, Fatter.
Fat Frank. Fat Frank.
111 goals, man.
How is he fat, man? I don't get like the fat joke.
I
It's not
don't
fat at all, man.
Come on, man. Look, he's barely got a double chin. What are you talking
Look at that,
about?
bro. You can see his cheekbones fine, man.
What you can see
Man
on
said,
you,
man said
Prime.
barely got a
That's
double.
why I got
Man said barely. You know,
Hey,
okay.
you guys know he has a better record than Potter?
Barely.
Nah, big up Potter. Big up Potter.
Barely.
My bad.
Big up, Paul, man. He knows what
Hey,
we
big
do.
up,
Potter,
man.
look at him. That's
Emotional
my man.
intelligence,
What
bro.
we
Look at
need.
him, man. Oh man.
Another data science.
Big up.
He looks like the kind of guy who exposes himself in the
GP,
park, man. That's what he looks like, man. Look at him, man.
the gaffer.
Big up GP,
Oh.
bro. Big up
Big up.
GP. But Fato wanted to end on Frank, so we'll end on Frank. Big up, everybody. Like, subscribe, and as always, up the